NCRP Productions presents Catalyst Game Labs, Shadowrun, 6th Edition, Season 3, Episode 15.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Sunday in the Shadows. Today we are playing Shadowrun 6th Edition. I am David, your Game Master. We're going to go around the table and introduce our players and characters really quick, and we get to know everybody. We'll go ahead and start with Josh.
Hello everybody, this is Josh. I am playing Nomad, the Elven Covert Ops Specialist.
Hello, my name is Roberto, and I play Patrick, the Street Samurai Troll.
Konnichiwa, my name is Greg. I am playing the Japanese rigger, Saki.
Hey, it's Barry. I am running MF, the Dwarven Adept.
Hey everybody, it's Pedro. I'm running Hot Hands, the Mage.
Hi, it's Sequoia, and I'm running Jelly, the elven face of the group.
Okay, so when last we left off, you guys had retrieved the puzzle box from the lab at the old Evo installation and returned to the lodge that Aleph had set up where the site of the dragon bones were. You delivered the box to, and I call it a box because, lack of a better term, I keep thinking in my head like the puzzle box from like Hellraiser. So it's really like you delivered the puzzle box to Harlequin, where he then took it and was very thankful and told you that you could have the dragon bones. He had what he felt he needed to move forward towards some type of resolution, and then he went on his way. You guys entered into a lengthy discussion about what to do with the bones, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys had decided that you were going to continue to finish out the contract as kind of written, saying, hey, we're going to finish this job, deliver the bones to the people that hired us just a couple miles away. And I think that's where we left off. And you guys were processing like, how you know.
And they got a message.
Well, no, so me and MF and I had gone to the rendezvous point and said, so we could have service, I think is what we decided on. Okay. We let them know that we were turning it in, and they said, okay, we're on our way, hang tight.
Right, they basically said, hold your position, we're en route.
And then Saki and Adept went to the van.
Yes, okay, right. And, okay, so we're going to start in the van. So Aleph has come, and I think Saki had, I don't know if you posed questions to Aleph already or not.
I was kind of gauging where he was with things, and so Saki's going to make a phone call, encrypted call.
Well, you don't have good, so you guys had to, when I say you guys, Jelly and Hot Hands, is that who went? Oh,
MF.
Sorry, MF and Jelly had to kind of march out to a point where they could get communications. Because remember, the Matrix is down here, so you'd have to drive to a spot, where you can actually get communications. You know where Jelly and MF went, that they were able to contact the employer and say, hey, we got what we need.
So I was jumped in when...
Hardwired, yeah.
Yeah, I was hardwired in when we drove. It doesn't seem like it should be difficult to recall where there was, nearby good comms.
Yeah, so you want the closest point to where you had I had 2 bars up on this ridge here or something. Okay, go and give me a memory test.
And to my memory, the reason we went to the site is because we could call, not because we actually got access to the Matrix, but because we met them there.
Yeah, that was
the other thing I'll remind you is at the end of it, realizing what was going on, MF got worried and said, we need to run back and get our friends out of there.
Yeah.
We got this.
2 successes.
Good. All right. So you're in a draw, and at the top of this ridge, that about a mile out there was a spot where you had spotty connectivity.
So Leaf, we need to take a quick drive. I hope you're okay with that.
What do you mean?
I'm just gonna need to make a call up on their fridge here.
Oh, and you need me for this phone call?
I don't want you to be unprotected while they're doing whatever it is they're doing.
By the way, if you look over, what you'll see is me twirling my new gun and tossing you my new Gladius, which is like glowy and blue, Patrick. I'm just like, yeah, look at this. I just picked it up and I just tossed it to you, which is probably like a dagger in your short sword in your hand. And I'm just like, Nomad, you want to shoot some targets? And I just blam, 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 just shoot like, I don't know, some log.
Bam the hammer, bam.
Yeah, I have a Cavalier Marshal.
Shoot
so
the
it's
lodge.
Just, yeah.
All right, so when the cats are away...
we as I'm plugging in, and I'm actually getting ready to leave as I'm talking to him.
So the van starts up. Is anybody outside the van going to do anything? The van starts up and it's going to start to move.
The van was a distance
The
away.
van was about a mile away.
Yeah, we had to
Yeah,
trek
you
in
have
from the
to-
van
so
to
they-
Elif.
That means that they walked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we wouldn't really
How far
know.
is
bad.
the van from where we're
A
So-
mile away.
Mile
Mile
away.
away.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
So it
right.
was just me and a leaf that left.
So
for the
you,
van.
you and Aleph are going to march out?
Yeah. So
Okay.
let
You're
me
going
know
to
when I
head out. Okay. So you're going to head out.
we in?
So they're
Yeah, I
you
mean,
see
I'm not probably
you
paying
see
attention.
Saki and Aleph start to walk off together. For those of you that are there, so that'd be everyone except MF and Jelly.
So they just like walk.
They're starting to walk off in a northwesterly direction.
I think that was the plan.
It,
right?
it
That
was.
was
yeah,
the plan.
yeah. So Patrick wouldn't question it.
The plan
Yeah.
was for the two of them to leave.
Yeah.
The plan was to
To
get
go-
Alif out of there.
Okay.
While
because
they
didn't
come to
want
get
him
Oh
the
be
yeah,
there when they
that
came in.
that is
That's
the
right.
plan.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'd say wow.
All right, because you guys realized that you couldn't move the bones on your own, that you were
Right.
going to bring them here.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Correct.
Okay, so they start to walk off. The rest of you are going to stay put.
What do you guys think of the new guy? I mean, it looks like he's doing pretty well. All right. I'll shoot my gun six
Blam,
more
blam.
times. Blam, 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 blam.
Keep the noise down. You don't know who's out there.
Yeah, those shots are
Fine, you know
echoing
what?
through
I think
the.
Nomad dance. No.
Those shots are echoing
Trying
through
to
the valley.
Send
you
a
know.
signal. Anybody looking for those bones where we're at?
Echoing,
I
like-
say, wait. I thought
MF
we-
and Jelly, you can hear the gunshots in the distance.
We
So
go
we're already
into
running.
yeah, we're in
Okay.
panic
I-
mode
I
now.
thought
You're
we-
running back.
Yeah.
Nomad
Okay.
is like kind of got his back towards Hot Hands and just scanning the tree line.
What do you
with the
mean we're in the
thermos.
clear? Like, I mean, we finished a job. We're gonna turn in these bones to the people who want to probably kill us if we failed. So I mean, like, why not? Blam, 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 blam. I think that was 6. I didn't count.
Okay. Just cross out whatever ammo you do.
18
discharge.
so far.
Oh, I have to spend ammo, Dave?
Yeah.
This is for goofery.
Guns require bullets.
All right, that's fine. All right, 18 bullets gone.
Okay. So while MF and Jelly are double timing back, Aleph and Saki are heading up the mountain. You guys are gonna make it in
It's only a mile away.
decent time.
Yeah.
Well, the mile away to the van, and it's gonna be about another probably half mile past where where you can drive and get a signal.
So that's an hour.
So
You hear gunfire
well, not really.
frequently.
So yeah, you guys hear gunfire. You guys do hear gunfire, but when you left, like Hot Hands was like, check out this new thing I got. So you're assuming that Hot Hands is just firing off rounds down in the valley.
He was
MF and
jerking
I-
off with his gun, so I.
Yeah. You don't feel.
MF and I are like, they're under heavy fire. We
Yeah.
have to.
You haven't heard. The sound of it sounds like the same weapon firing. There's not multiple gunshots being fired from different.
Well, there's a
Yeah.
pattern to combat fire too, and
Right.
it's
True.
not meeting
Yeah.
that pattern.
Yeah. It's not.
It's
And,
not pop, 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 it's not
You haven't
double
heard
tap.
any, and you haven't heard any aircraft or anything like that. It doesn't sound like anyone's entered the area, from
Yeah.
what you could tell. So you guys are gonna make it to the van, right? Van's intact.
Van's intact.
It's on blocks. The awakened beavers of the area said, "Hey, look at this!"
The blight has really gone down these
yeah.
days.
All right, well, the van's there. As you left it.
As I'm start jumping in, and as we're having this conversation, and let me know when I have to make a quick call.
Yeah, and so I mean, what is that conversation like with you and Aleph on the walk up the mountain?
Well,
Right.
before we left last week, I was asking, just are these guys your friends? A little bit of the history.
He was like, "I just met him,"
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Aleph is going to ask at one point. He's going to be like, "Are you calling to get us out of here, or what's your plan? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that.
I mean, if you got a vehicle, why do you need to call anyone?"
I'm thinking that we can make use of those bones.
I was like, well, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that can make use of those bones. I've been spending a considerable amount of time studying their signature and trying to take hold of some of the power, which is immense, that are still remaining in those bones in order to make contact. But I was unsuccessful.
And I'm also a bit worried about the orbital masses too.
So, what does Saki know? You may not know anything. Do you have like underworld contacts or any kind of?
I have corporate personalities.
They're not a corporation.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like a shadow corp.
No, yeah. So I wouldn't know them.
I'll give you a roll.
Actually, I have Yakuza etiquette, so I don't know if we had when the Yaks were with them. And I also have knowledge in trafficking rings, so like any type of trafficking stuff.
I'll give you a roll. You can either use your corporate. What was it? What was the first one that you?
Corporate etiquette and corporate personalities.
Corporate personalities or your trafficking
Okay.
rings. Let you decide. But your threshold's going to be high. It's going to be 6.
and that's gonna what attribute?
I'm gonna say it's a straight logic roll. Straight logic.
With my skill though.
Actually, no. It's gonna be the same as a memory test. So if you ever read about it, or ever heard about it, you're trying to remember what you heard about it. If you heard, so we're gonna logic and intuition.
Negative.
So yeah, you're not sure who the Ordo Maximus is.
And that's why I say I'm concerned about it.
Let me see if Aleph knows anything about the Ordo Maximus. Real quick, his intuition is 4 and his logic is 3.
So what do we know?
We don't know. I don't think. Well, I might know something. Oh, wait, no, it's a Shadow Corp. No, I don't think we know jack
said
shit.
something about it, right, to us.
Yes.
Well, yeah, Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
basically
he said that's
beat
who
her.
we're working
so
for.
I think we still have to go and investigate them.
Alex says, yeah, I've never heard of him.
And like I said, as we're walking, I'm starting to plug in, getting ready. It's like, no, he doesn't.
He says, I remember what Harlequin said. I mean, when he mentioned them, he was telling those guys to be careful. I'm assuming that he meant it, so they're probably a nasty bunch.
I agree.
Yeah. So if they're the ones that are coming to look for these bones, then I guess it begs the question, are they the right ones to have the bones? Could we be placing these magical remains into the wrong hands?
And are we just going to be pawns after that?
Well, I, for one, hope to not be a pawn, which is, I think, the whole reason why I'm no longer down at the lodge and I'm walking with you.
God favors the prepared.
I have contacts with the Atlantean Foundation, and there are people there that would take a great deal of interest in those remains. I don't know how quick they could be to react, considering the circumstances in the current situation.
Have you ever heard of Ilyana Matsuhama?
Let me see. And tell me, the game master, who she is.
She oversees Matsuhama's NAN operations.
Yeah, don't know. Never heard of her. Should I have?
Yeah. Well, to her, the fact that you did not hear of her would be good.
Okay. That's a good thing. I did not hear what you just said. Sounds like best I don't know anything about her. Well, who is she? Now you got me curious. Who is she?
She runs the NAN operations for Matsuhama.
Oh, okay. So she sounds like an important person.
She thinks she is.
I personally try not to involve myself with politics. They're
not a bad policy, my friend.
A very slippery slope,
Look, I can make my call now.
All right. So yeah. So once you get to the van, you can drive a very short distance, and you get a spotty. It's a spotty connection, but it's like it's staticky, right? But you're gonna make the call. Who are you gonna call?
Ilyana.
Okay. So now, so her as a contact for you, what loyalty is she to you?
Well, so like kind of what we talked about, like the character's history, we're related.
Oh, gotcha. I forget what the relation was. What was the relation?
Cousins.
Your cousins. All right.
Yeah.
And still, I mean, you can be cousins and not be loyal to your cousin,
Agreed.
So, I mean, every contact has a loyalty rating and a connection rating.
I didn't buy a loyalty rating for her, and so it would be up to you, knowing what my my character's background, and then what would make sense to the ref.
So, how close does Saki, envision, being involved with? I mean, you're not Native American.
Well, neither is Ilyana.
Right.
She's Matsuhama's.
She's basically the spokesperson for the Nans where Mitsuhama's involved, right?
No. So Mitsuhama is a megacorp. They
Right.
have big corporations all across the world.
Yeah.
Big offices. She runs the Nans.
Oh, she runs Mitsuhama in the Nans.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. I see. Okay.
Yes.
All right, and so I'm going to leave it to you. The player. How close you are to her.
So.
It's somebody you can call up personally and go, hey.
Yeah, because of my relation to Mitsuhama, I have her number.
And I'm going to give you a loyalty 4 and a connection 8.
Roger.
Okay, so you call her and she answers. Well, now, who does she know you as?
As Hida.
Hida. Mm-hmm. She says, Hida. She's all, this is a surprise.
Alright, so this.
Are you in the area?
I am in California.
Why?
Have you heard the news of Ghostwalker's demise?
I have not been brought up to speed on that theory, or I have not. All I know is that he hasn't been seen, and the reason recently. Why do you have information that can verify his whereabouts?
Alright, so this. Do you think the old man would be interested in his remains?
Okay, stop! You're kidding me, right? I mean, are we doing? You must. Are you down in the lobby? We could do lunch.
Yeah, I am a mile away from the bones themselves. Ordo Maximus is coming to collect them. Are you familiar with that group?
She says, what kind of trouble have you gotten yourself into, Hida?
I believe.
She's like, hold on. You need to hold on. I'm going to call you right back.
Make it quick.
Okay. So she ends the call, and then you get another call coming from you get a call from like a binary number, right? And it's like a secure line.
Alright, so this.
She says, yes, okay. She's all, now what in the direct, what have you gotten yourself into, and how am I going to be involved?
You know the Yakuza located me, so I came down here to get away from them.
All right, so are they on your tail, or are you in the clear right now?
I'm in the clear from them, but I came across an old contact up in Seattle, and he is involved with the Ordo Maximus, and dropping him off is when I saw the bones of Ghostwalker.
Okay, so I'm trying to process what you're telling me. So you're dropping two big bombs on me. One, and my initial thought is, what you need to do is make up with the axe and do your due diligence. I told you you're not going to be able to outrun this problem. It's going to catch up to you eventually. And you know what? If you need protection, they're probably the best ones to give it to you.
That's why I am thinking if the old man can get the bones, I can get the money to pay off the axe.
Okay, so let's talk about the bones. So you found some bones of somewhere in California. Now, what makes you think they're the bones of a dragon, or even the bones of, in this case, a well-known dragon?
I saw them.
Okay, and how did you know who they belong to?
So I look at Alif. Said, I am going to put you on speakerphone and let contact.
I was like, I'm not getting involved.
Disregard.
I don't do politics. Sorry.
This is not my specialty, but I can say that these are the bones of the dragon.
Do you have footage you can send me?
No.
Okay. Can you get footage?
Possibly, but
If you got bones, send me a picture.
There is a time crunch. Like I said, the Ordo Maximus is coming quickly for them.
That brings me to my next question is,
if you get authorization, you would need to move quickly. Your operation is the closest to it.
You're in California. I'm a long ways away from you. Reaction time. It's not going to be. We don't have QRFs on standby in California waiting to save people out of that out of that danger zone there.
I am not worried about being saved. I am just wondering, like I said, if the old man wants the bones or not.
Well, I think I can speak for the old man. The quick answer is yes. I don't know.
It was going to be up to you then, to make this happen.
Well, I don't know what you know about the Ordo Maximus. If you're dealing with the Ordo Maximus, then you're screwed no matter what we say.
I know nothing of them.
Right. Well, they're a very large and very connected shadow corporation. They've got their fingers in everything. They exist at every level, in every corp, and at every street block without you even knowing. They're there without you even knowing. They make things happen that shouldn't happen.
Have they infiltrated Matsuhama?
Well, if I knew that, you and I probably wouldn't be having this conversation. But they're legitimate enough to assume that they exist at some level in every one of the Big Ten.
Can you arrange a team to respond?
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me just push my Shadowrunner team button here, right there, right? And you wait, right? And they'll be right there. You're going to need to get yourself out of that hot zone somehow, some way. If you can do it with these bones, send me a pic of the bones. It might help, bring some credibility to what sounds to me, and I'm going to look, kind of silly, if I can't corroborate this claim. But you need to get me something that I can, take to the people upstairs to get some traction on this thing. But we're not talking minutes. I mean, you're saying you're in a time crunch. What kind of time crunch are we talking about here?
However fast the Ordo Maximus can get here.
Well, okay, so who else knows about the bones?
This Shadowrun team that I came across.
Okay, and where's that Shadowrun team now?
About a mile away, around the vicinity of the cabin where the bones are at.
Currently setting up motion detectors all through the trees around the cabin for the people that are hearing the bullets. That
says, what are they? Who's paying them?
It appears to be some ancient elf by the name of Harlequin.
Dead air.
So yeah, there's silence. You really taking me for a spin here, Hida. It was a quiet day. I was feasibly going through my calendar. I'm gonna have to say this may affect the future, availability of me to answer your calls if you're gonna,
I was fishing this morning and listening to music before this came across.
Okay. So let me understand this. So you've met a Shadowrunning team in California that's working for Harlequin, and together they've located the bones of Ghostwalker, and somehow the Ordo Maximus is involved, and you'd like me to rescue you.
EA, I will take care of myself. I am simply interested to see if the old man is interested in these bones.
The old man's interested in the bones, if they're what you say they are, but I can't just be like, hey, got a call from my cousin. He found the bones of Ghostwalker. Lucky guy.
If they are what I say they are, and they are, can you afford to not move on it?
I need something. You've got to get me something. Give me some picks. Give me some picks. It'll be enough for me to maybe have some astral, legwork done. That can be done quickly, all right? And that can be verified quickly. I'm going to need your grid location. So, where's the Shadowrunning team? Are they with you?
EA, I am by myself at the moment.
Where are they?
About a mile away, around the site of the bones themselves.
Okay. So how do you know they're not absconding with the bones as we speak?
The fragging, dragging bones, Eliana. They're heavy.
And Aleph hears all of this conversation.
No, this is he hears one side of it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Dave, I would like to say that at that moment, Hot Hands is telling Patrick, all right, Patrick, I want you to hold up the dragon skull like it's attacking me. And
Everybody
Nomad,
climb on the dragon head, dude. Let's take a Polaroid.
Can you take a picture of it looking like it's attacking me from down below?
You're going to spray paint Ghostwalker on it.
Could you do that for me? So we're just fiddling with these.
Got gun in hand. You're like, yeah. All right.
1 foot up on the
Yeah.
field.
Take things seriously, Hot Hands.
Jurassic
Okay.
Park. You ever see that old tree?
So you guys are, having fun at the expense of the bones.
I'm Ghostwalker.
So
Yes.
Liana says, okay,
Been rendered unconscious
and where's the
one
elf?
too many times.
I mean, I feel funny even asking, where's the elf?
He had left.
He left.
He is gone.
He left, and he left you with the bones. Is that right? He left. He did.
Yes.
Okay. And so, how does the Order of Maximus play into this?
I am not familiar with them, and I do not know. They were apparently on some run for the elf before that.
So the Shadowrunning team were on a run for the elf, but the elf's gone. Which is the run over?
It appears that part of it is the team received the bones as payment for the run.
Oh, ew. Okay. How much? Okay, so what I want you to do, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back and I want you to make contact with this team. I want you to get me your location, and I want you to get me some pics, of these remains, and I want you to find out how much either the elf or whoever else was involved was paying this team. I need to know how much it is so that I can go to the old man with the number, and I need you to get back to me as quickly as possible.
I will give you the coordinates now, and then I will do what I can with the other. In the meantime, see if you can't get at least something on standby so you can move quickly when I get you the information you request.
Well, I'm going to do my best, but just get me what I need. Now time is of the essence.
Right?
Okay.
It does sound like a Mad Lib.
I do send her the coordinates.
Okay. So you send her where you're at. Okay. So all right. Okay. So you send those coordinates. All right. So you see, like, message sent. All right. Cool. So back to the camp. You hear? No, you're not going to hear it because you're. What did I say? It was 2 miles away. So from the bones, you're 2 miles away. Actually, everyone gave me a perception test. Threshold on this is going to be 5. So for the,
That is a really high threshold.
that's a high threshold.
So we're cooking with 5 chips.
You've got 5 chips. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, even from where you're at, because you're actually moved away. You're moved in a opposite direction, Saki. But I know there's people out there. This is hearing, so if you've got enhanced hearing or something like that, you may get a point of edge on this. Everyone's edge attributes is refreshed since our last session.
Should MF and I roll for this?
Everyone should roll.
Everyone should roll. Okay.
Everyone should roll.
Every time I pass
Intuition.
out from magic exhaustion, I see a little bit more of heaven, and then I roll.
Now, this is just to hear something in the far distance. So if you've got enhanced hearing, things like that, you may find yourself advantageous. And
I got 3 successes.
3. Alright, so 3. Are you gonna use the edge to improve that, or
I have a
this is
bonus
where
edge,
you got your
so-
full edge plus you've got 5 in the group pool.
One's intuition based, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got 2.
I have 5.
We got someone with a 5. We've got a 5 in the house.
I
Right?
got 0.
So MF, you hear the sound of helicopter rotors in the distance.
Jelly, we need pickup speed. It's helicopter.
I'm sprinting.
You know, like in a movie, we're like, "What is that? Wait a minute. Nobody hears anything. What? What do you mean? What do you mean?" And it's like, you know, you just MF gets that. Oh, yo, we gotta go.
I'm
Okay.
sprinting or
I'm gonna pull out from my pocket my future Coke, and I'm gonna take a bump. I'm gonna offer them to you. We'll go
Future.
faster.
Okay.
What is these?
Nova Coke.
Just snort.
Nova Coke. What is it? What does it
Nova
do?
Coke.
What? Okay.
I don't know if there's actual stats. It's just
Oh, I
the
I think
drug.
no, there is.
it
It
has-
actually
really?
has
It has
stats.
for just this
It
moment.
actually has stats.
I mean, yeah, you've just been
I've just
casually.
been, yeah, I've just been sniffing it for funsies for our.
Oh yeah, it's
Because
actually.
he's addicted.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you addicted to Nova Coke?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
That's a
the
flaw.
Storyline wise.
Oh, okay. So it's one of. So you have to.
Well,
okay.
not as a flaw. It's
Oh, you
not.
don't
It's
have
not
it-
a
not
flaw.
a real flaw.
It's just
You don't
been a
have the
kid-
negative quality.
It's just
okay.
character.
Gotcha,
It's a flaw that you're playing, but you didn't actually get points for.
No, I didn't know that I could get points for it.
It is a.
Thanks, Josh.
What you're
I wasn't
saying?
here when you made this character.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
What you're saying is it's a flavor. It's a flavor
Yeah,
thing for your
I've
character.
been snorting this, so I don't know if I should get the perks for it if it's
Well,
just.
let me
for
tell you.
fun.
Let's. Yeah.
I didn't
So
even
you
know.
still get the you would get the effects either way. But
I didn't know this was a real thing. I would have been using this much more, or less, depending on what he finds.
well, if it's an addiction, then you have to use it every so often. or
Here
you
we go.
You take
Well,
a
it's not really a
negative
real
to
addiction.
everything. So you
Nova
really
Coke,
don't
okay.
want an addiction, and that's
So-
an expensive addiction
Okay.
too.
So it lasts for 1 combat round.
Oh,
What combat round?
Yes, Nova Coke. Its duration is 10 minus body in hours, minimum of 1 hour. So
so 6.
interesting.
But
So
its
power's
duration
12.
is an hour, but it lasts for 1 round.
It takes a round to use, must be.
Yes, speed. Yeah, it takes a round to an. Yeah, okay. So
Okay.
you do a
Lasts
bump.
for
So
how long?
go and give me. So what's your body?
An hour.
My
No.
body's 4.
Up to an hour.
No, so it's going to last
up to
6
an hour.
hours.
What?
It's 10 minus body in hours.
Okay.
Minimum of 1 hour. Power level's 12. What it does is
minimum
it
is
gives
an hour.
you plus 1 reaction,
That's
plus
some
1
serious
charisma,
Coke.
What?
plus 1 perception, and high pain tolerance.
Oh my god!
Are
You
you
should have.
using this?
I
He
didn't
has
know I
been. I
could
mean, he
be.
has been.
I've been doing it in the bathroom.
Okay, but
crying.
after the drug wears off, charisma and willpower are both reduced to 0.
When he powders his
For a
nose,
duration-
You do not want to be around Jelly after that shit wears
Yeah.
off.
What goes to 0?
Let me finish.
Charisma.
All right. All
And
right. Both reduce to 0 for a duration equal to the duration of the initial effect,
6 hours.
6 hours.
Okay.
So now let me just tell you what high pain tolerance is going to give you.
I want to go
I
back to
have
my
high pain
ignorance.
tolerance, I know.
It's just flavor.
You reduce the wound penalty by 1, so when you're at minus
Yeah,
1,
there you go.
you're at minus 0. If you're
Okay.
at minus 2, you're at minus 1.
Yeah, exactly.
So like if you were to get shot,
So you
then
pull
you
out,
take a minus
all right,
1
so you
penalty.
pull out some Nova Coke and go, hey, this is I've kept this around for just situations like this.
I
And
was doing this before I knew there was all this stuff involved. It was,
it's a drug. It's a real drug.
it
Yeah.
was just for fun. It was just a little goofy gaff.
Okay, so you're not doing any Nova Coke.
No!
I mean, it totally makes
Hey.
sense that you, the corporate,
Well, I
like you
know,
know,
I
like
know.
lawyer,
Hold
you've got a bunch of Nova Coke.
hold on.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, like, do I?
Right.
And That's like, what?
Effects to me?
Not, yeah.
Just a bump.
It's never had like an effect in the game. It's just been
Right,
like.
well, you've never noticed.
You've never done Nova
all
Coke
know
in
that.
this game.
Yeah.
You've never once done Nova Coke.
Jelly.
This is the first time.
Intervention. You've never noticed until now.
Fine, I'm the same.
Jelly comes running back out of the woods, all sweaty, and like, hey man, hey,
People all dilated.
yeah,
Tell
right.
us stories
That's
of how
even funnier.
Forehead veins bulging. Hey man. I think there's somebody coming.
This is explaining the beating stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't feel
okay,
my
okay.
gums. All
it
right.
was about that time.
Okay.
That it wore off.
Jelly wants to work that one.
That was the evening of that day.
We have so many answers now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, so +1 to reaction. Well, let me write it down so I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Reaction, charisma, perception,
Yep.
And high pain tolerance.
and you gain high pain tolerance.
And let me just look at the.
That's pretty
let's
awesome.
see here.
For 6 hours. I mean, I'd be doing that for like every mission. Like,
Exactly, John.
Immediately corrupted. You are immediately addicted, Josh. You heard about Nova Coke and got
like,
addicted.
oh, that sounds good.
Well, we
Look it
were.
up.
Wait, you did it too.
I
Oh
did.
yeah, you did do it.
But then you don't get addicted from one use.
Jelly's
The-
does.
The first one's free.
The speed is the amount of time that it takes for the person to feel its effects.
Okay.
I just cast ephedrine on myself.
So
get
if
that
it hits you
adrenaline
like that
going.
in one combat round, that is a potent drug.
So +1 for reaction, charisma, and what?
Perception, and you get
Oh,
high
wait, no,
pain
the
tolerance.
ephedrine was. Oh no. It's not.
And then high pain tolerance.
I had a funny I had a feeling that somebody else had cram for some reason. Did Hot Hands have cram?
After 6
Cram is another
hours.
drug, but I thought someone else had cram. I thought
Oh,
someone
they
had cram.
Oh, cram's also a food and fall. That's why I was like, wait.
Oh.
That's where I've heard it.
I have
Fallout.
cram and
Okay.
Fallout.
Oh, that's what it was. It was cram.
Fallout,
Okay, so
yeah.
they have it in this too. It's called cram as
So
well.
yes,
That's so
I will.
stimulant. That's
I will
funny.
offer you no
No,
coke.
is good. Body is temple.
That's all.
do,
He's all
uh,
So if I do 2,
Blow in
then does
space.
it? No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
you should. So
Feeling like
Does
this
it
is a double
stack?
shot day.
you're under that effect for 6 hours.
Okay.
So MF, you're the only one that heard the sound of the helicopter.
Right, and I told Jelly, and
was
then I
busy.
said we need to pick up speed.
Okay. Now you also know that that helicopters coming to the place that you were running away from.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes, you made the call at the place you're running from,
All right, so
and they said
I
stand.
skid, and stop.
They said stand by. We're on our way. We are en route.
All right, so I skid, stop. Jelly, I think it goes to a drop-off point. Is not come to their bones are. So we get the tolls there, and we get out. We need bones. We go.
So we should go back.
Continue. Go
Okay.
get friends. Get out.
Okay. So study on.
So you continue to double time towards
Yep.
the lodge.
The bones.
Okay. All right. So you guys are going to. All right. So you guys are like basically sprinting, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Give me an athletics test. Athletics plus agility test. So this is going to be an extended test. So it's basically going to cut down the amount of time that it's going to take you to cover the total distance based on how you roll with your athletics.
3 successes for me.
3 successes.
I got 4.
You should have taken some.
You got 4. Okay. So
You got outran
so
by Jelly.
on Novacoke, Jelly so MF, you're like running through the woods. You're going to cover the distance in half the time. So you're going to get back in 30 minutes.
Were you?
Jelly, you're gonna Forrest Gump right past MF, and you're gonna make it back in 20 minutes. So you're gonna get back
Fabulous.
10 minutes before MF does. So meanwhile, back at the camp,
awesome.
Mimi.
yeah. Meanwhile, back at the camp, you guys are like posing in front of the dragon bones. You're like, hey, check
No.
this out.
Correction.
Okay.
Hot Hands is posing.
Okay.
Nomad is actually keeping watch and setting up countermeasures for the event that someone should come.
All right. What are those countermeasures?
So I have 2 wall-mounted sensors left. So I am attaching one, like at the entranceway to the path wherever people are heading away from us through. I'm attaching one to a tree.
All right. What's the
Somewhere
range on the sensor?
I don't know.
That's a great question.
That is a great question. And I'm attaching the other one sort of on the opposite side of the
Okay.
clear.
While he's doing that, I say,
You're gonna-
Patrick, have you ever thought about being thrown at stuff? Like, you can really destroy things, but if we kind of launched you at things, I mean, you're kind of like a tactical tank.
Launched me.
Yeah, I have this spell, it's called Fling. It lets me, normally I just kind of throw rocks and shit, but I was thinking it could lift you and we could throw you down the way. Just a thought. You just see me look off in the distance and then I'd have my sniper rifle and just kind of shoot it into the air.
All right. You all heard that gunshot.
Just shakes the ground.
That changes everything.
Do you have a
That was a
mullet,
different
though?
gunshot than the
Yeah.
gunshot you heard
Changes
before.
everything.
It's a single shot, and it rings through the valley. High-powered, high-caliber
What is wrong
rifle
with you?
shot.
Were you hit in the head in that last fight?
Well, I mean, I've been hit in the head a lot, technically.
He has been passing out quite a bit.
When we're done, I will head back to where we're parked at and then start making my way back.
Maybe
to
it's having lasting effects.
I think it is.
I don't think those stim packs probably are good for me either.
I
You
do
got
kick a
slapped
leaf
on
out
me.
of the van.
You kick him out?
Yeah, he's not. Is it?
He was kind of sitting in the van where you're on that call, and so were you like, "Hey man, you got to get out," or what?
No. When we get back to when we get back to where we parked at and start making way back to the cabin,
Uh huh.
I tell him, you can't stay in here.
You're not gonna give me a ride back.
I will. So, but we're gonna go back up to cabin.
Oh, so you want me to wait here for you?
You could wait outside the van.
Aren't you taking the van with you?
So out of character.
Oh, you want me to watch the van?
So out of character, we can't drive to the cabin.
Right, it's too rough. The lodge,
So there are anti-theft devices inside, where you maybe leave.
Oh, and I can't hang out inside. You want me? Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll wait here with the van. Perfect, no problem. We'll see when you get back.
Aye.
All right, be careful.
Aye.
Okay.
So the motion sensor uses a mix of ultrasound and infrared to detect motion and changes of temperature, and its maximum range is 25 meters.
Okay, so 25 meters, you got 2 of them. All right, so you want to set up a 25-meter spread on what cardinal direction?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure.
So MF and Jelly went to the west.
Yeah, so
up
like
the hill
east and
went
west.
So you wanted to cover east and west. All right,
Yeah.
25 meters east and west. All right, cool. Jelly, you're pounding through, the brush. You've got enhanced hearing, don't you, Nomad?
Yes.
And then Patrick, do you have enhanced hearing?
I do not.
Okay. You're gonna hear something come, crash, 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 crash.
Well-
You hear something running through the woods.
Like a deer.
Here's the thing, though. Is Jelly's not a combat character. If I think there's gunfire, I'm not going to run into the gunfire.
Well, you heard some gunfire when you guys left, and then it kind of calmed down, and then you just heard a single shot.
Yeah, I'm not going to run into.
So you're gonna stop?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and try to figure out who. Are we in range for the comm systems to work?
I'd say so.
So I would say, who's getting shot at?
No one. For some reason, Hot Hands decided that he should let the entire valley know where we're at.
So there's nobody shooting at anybody
No.
seriously?
The situation right now
I
is
will-
actually okay.
Alright, I'm gonna come out of the woods then.
So Jelly comes out of the woods, in a sweat.
I'm super normal and okay.
Yeah,
Jelly's back
handshaking.
on boy.
Can't seem to stay
Can
still.
we do a judge
from
intentions?
know.
Can we have a perception roll? Or?
Patrick, eye down.
Jelly
eyes
comes out of the
down.
woods very, very matter of fact and direct, and is on an agenda. So you make it back now.
Oh, thank God.
So Jelly and
Can
MF
you
left.
get a handle on this guy?
Jelly and MF left together. Jelly comes back alone.
Yeah, so Nomad's first priority is to get Jelly and to get him to leash Hot Hands. And so only after asking, can you get a handle on this guy, will Nomad even begin to question the fact that MF's not there.
Hey, Jelly.
Why are you shooting bullets?
To be honest, I didn't get to use these guns as much as I thought I would on this mission.
You do realize that they're coming to pick up the bones, and if you're shooting into the air, then they're not going to want to land.
I mean, I was mostly shooting at... I get the point. And I'll like, put the gun down, set it down, I'll break down.
Clouds.
Yeah.
Well, they're en route. MF heard the helicopter coming.
I'll start breaking down the
Where
rifle.
is MF?
He was right behind me.
Well, so after Jelly says that MF heard the helicopter coming, I want to turn up the sensitivity of my audio enhancement and see if I can pick it up.
You hear me low sobbing?
Yeah. Hold on. Shh.
Shut the hell up for a
So
second.
go ahead and give me a perception test.
Just like that.
3.
And you're trying to pick up if you can hear.
Yeah, I'm just
MF.
trying to see if I can hear it and how far out it sounds. And from
There
what direction.
is someone else coming through the woods.
No, he was listening with a helicopter. Not
Oh, helicopter! No, you do not hear the helicopter.
But I do hear someone else.
You told. And I'm
voice.
sorry, I was looking at the book. You let the group know, hey, there's a helicopter coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
where's
now
MF?
you're listening for the helicopter. I'll let
Yeah.
you know when it all of a sudden hits your range of
Right,
your hearing.
yeah. So I was turning it up, right, to
Okay.
see if anything, because I don't live with it on 50 times.
Right,
I live
right,
with
that'd
it
be
like
weird.
on like 10 times.
You go crazy inside a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear the bugs in the walls.
I'll tell Jelly, the new guy took A-Lift to the van already. They've been gone for a little bit.
Good. Okay. Well, hopefully this goes smoothly.
They coming here, the rendezvous.
Well, it's here, so hopefully they show up. And I'm gonna start pacing violently.
I guess let's look conspicuous. I'll go take my new Gladius out of the ground,
All right.
clean it off, put everything away.
A few minutes later, MF comes running out of the woods. You're gonna hear something else coming through the woods. You haven't heard the helicopter, but you hear something else coming through the woods.
MF, is that you approaching camp?
Is me. Is at Ben, you'd already go? Jelly say go?
Hot Hands. Get your finger off that trigger. It's just MF.
So MF eventually emerges from the woods. You see the group's here. Jelly's here.
Why are we still here? Leave.
Wait, what?
Wait, they're coming to pick the bones up, though.
Is no good. It sounds very bad to me. Is setup. They come, they kill out.
I'll look.
We go. We leave bones, we go.
I'll
There
look at
is-
Jelly.
Seriously?
Which way the band?
I mean,
You know where the van went? Yeah.
Well, no, the van isn't gone.
yeah.
I'm not.
No, the van's not down here.
No, that's what I'm saying. I've been running for a half an hour.
Yeah.
My head's not like, oh, the van's that way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start putting the sniper rifle back together and say, all right, listen, if they're coming to kill us, click, click.
You now hear the
I'm
rotors
not
of a helicopter in the distance.
going to run every other organization that has tried to kill us. We have killed to the best of our capabilities. Clack a rack of round. I'm not going out that way today. So
Well, didn't they already pay us? Why?
we
Go.
we haven't been paid yet, and so I'm gonna stay and ascertain that we do get paid.
No, I mean if we're leaving, nobody's staying. I don't know why that's even a consideration.
I
MF
think
is just
it is.
standing stuck.
It's incredibly possible that they're gonna just try to kill all of us.
Why?
Pay was life, yes? Pay was getaway safe, yes?
No,
Since when?
we're
Do we have any explosives? Do we have anything?
I have these.
they
I'll
haven't
hold
paid
up
us for the
hand
job yet,
grenades.
and there is a monetary value with the job.
And oh, okay.
No.
I
The money we got from Harlequin was in addition to the sum that they are allegedly going to pay us. However,
which was how much?
300,000.
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I told you guys.
Yeah, it was 300,000. I don't know if Jelly told you, but it was
No, I
300,000.
don't think
No.
you told us. No, but you
Oh,
told
I
us we were.
told you in the apartment.
Oh, you might have. Okay, you might have. Anyway.
Okay, well, I meant to have told you. If I thought I did.
I thought we were already paid.
Yeah.
We got paid by Harlequin. We didn't get paid by them. So if we do get paid for this job, then we're sitting on $600,000.
is
New yen.
Pardon me.
so we give bones to get saved. We get paid as well.
The
they
life-
come, they kill, we dead. It don't matter. We have 300. 300. We stop it. I say we go.
There's also a possibility that we get more jobs from them now that we're in with them, we're blooded with them.
MF does not look good. We stay. These. I thought we cut 60 cut ties.
The impression that I'm getting from this group is that we don't just cut ties. We don't decide that.
Helicopter's
Yes.
close, guys. We gotta make a decision pretty quick here.
Go ahead and give me another perception test.
Look, I either want to get paid
Threshold of this one
or
is
I want to
4.
die because this is. I need this
Okay.
money for my farm.
You hear a helicopter and its engines slowly power down and come to a halt
All right, they're on the ground. They're headed this way. I mean, what direction are they coming from?
from the west.
Okay, yeah, coming in from the west.
You're just on the other side of the ridge.
Is there any
the-
way I can
between
estimate
you
like
and
how far and why they wouldn't just land near the bones, if not to just come in?
No
and
place to
kill
land a
everybody?
helicopter right here. It's
Right.
too much
It's
fold.
too, so
too
it's
much
not
growth.
a good land. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So that's
the
so
nearest
far still,
the nearest place to land a helicopter was about 2 miles away.
Okay.
So, Jelly, should we keep weapons holstered?
We don't want them to kill us.
Alright.
We gotta be unassuming.
So
I mean, if
I'll-
they're gonna kill us, they're gonna kill us. They got Alejandra.
That's true. All right, I'll like lean my sniper rifle on a trunk and then just sling my shotgun on the back, put my hands on my hip, and
Wait,
go to
wait.
my holster.
Maybe we should put those grenades near the bones.
We
That gives us leverage. I'll hit the tree line, take a hidden spot in case they try to pull something. I'll shoot the bag of grenades.
If they're here to kill us, it'll be easy and clean and painless. If we make it hard for them, it might not be.
Well, if they're not here to kill us, then they can just take the bones and nobody shoots the bag of grenades and everything's fine.
They might find the grenade.
No grenades. You're welcome to go. There's a van that way. But I think that we're in business with these people now.
I'm gonna stay, but if you want, yeah, we'll make sure you get paid.
Well, I don't think there's a harm in having somebody posted to cover us for.
You
this
now hear a
situation.
vehicle coming from the northwest.
I think that my order, no. Stand down. Hands off your guns. We'll just try to keep it easy.
All right, understood.
Sounds like a small engine,
Yeah, they're headed this way. They're not trying to hide anything. It seems.
They either kill us or we get paid and
I'll take a thermos out with some.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Scratch that. You left the van up top. Yeah, I was thinking that you were trying to drive the van through the woods.
No.
Okay, yeah, you left the van.
Back
Okay,
on foot.
All right, so you're on foot. Are you like?
so no vehicle.
Are you hustling,
Yeah,
or
no
are you
vehicle,
are you
okay.
just moving kind of? Are you moving stealthily?
No, double time.
Okay, it's double time. All right, so you hear someone else coming from the northwest through the woods.
We got another bogey headed in from another direction, northwest, incoming. Seems
What
like
do you
just one
mean,
guy.
bogey?
Unidentified target.
How many?
Seems like just one.
Is direction of then?
Could be just
Northwest.
the guy.
Yeah, it's probably just the newbie. I thought he was.
He should be in the van with Elf.
He should be.
MF, do you want to go spot him?
Yes.
I mean, these
I
guys
told-
are going to be here any moment now. I don't know if we want to get.
You know the guys from the helicopter, 2 miles. They've got 2 miles. They've got to cross over the ridge.
And they are on
I'm
foot.
sorry,
So
1 mile.
They,
I think
One
we're
more.
the fastest, right?
they weren't in a vehicle.
Well, with your expanded
If
abilities.
not cooked up.
No vehicle. I'm sorry. I thought.
Yes.
that,
So yeah, I'll start walking towards the van.
okay, you're walking towards the northwest. Right. You're gonna eventually, after about 5 minutes, you're gonna see that Saki is coming down the hill.
Saki, you come back from the van. Is good? Okay.
Van safe. Alif is there.
Okay. So you go back, take care, get ready. We wait. I guess we get paid now. So you get money.
I don't know
I
if
would
I'd go that far.
I'd like to get pictures of the
Wait,
bones.
We met him on the cube retrieving
I
mission,
just-
not the bone
Yeah,
retrieving
no.
mission.
I just shrug my shoulders.
That's true.
He's been paid for what he's done.
I'll walk back.
We already had the bones.
It's funny.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is not part of the
So you go back, Saki. You're coming down as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're walking now. Side by
Okay.
side.
All right, so a few minutes later, both MF and Saki come down into the grove, and they're walking together.
New
you know.
guy wants pictures.
Pictures?
Pictures.
Never seen
Oh.
dragon bones before.
I'll say, oh, you should see what I got, and I'll pull out my phone and I'll show you it's me holding the
Nomad,
gun
what were you
up.
doing?
What?
He was setting up perimeters.
Yeah, no, look, Nomad actually took this photo.
Delete
but
those now.
Chili.
They're not going to want evidence of any of this.
All right, so
And people hacked your phone.
Oh, shit.
Nomad, give me a perception
Just
test.
leader, just do what leaders say.
Oh,
If you
one.
work jelly, you follow.
You pick up in your enhanced hearing. You get like you hear some like squelch, like something's scrambling. You know, you get that scrambled digital
Like a
sound
jammer
for a
type
second.
thing?
Not like a jammer, but it happens for a second and then kind of goes away.
I'll delete the picture.
Could have been
after
interference. You're not sure.
Putting it to memory.
All right.
As I'm walking in, I'm heading straight for the bones to get
Okay.
pictures. So
All right. So you get out your calling link, start taking photos. Get out your cell phone. Go ahead. All right, cool. All right. Did you deface the bones in any way? Did you,
No,
paint, hey,
I
dragons
wanted
die
to-
here?
draw,
Right?
draw a
Okay.
big hairy triumphant bastard on it.
Yeah, all right.
No, it was more just the picture for my own records, but
Okay.
Jelly's rat.
Right.
I'm also thinking, why does the new guy get pictures and I don't? But I'm not going to say that's Jelly.
It's like we went out and we caught the fish and we brought the fish in, and then this guy runs up on the dock and he's like,
Yeah, he's like, yeah, so photobombing it. All right.
But also, it's like, all right, let him put it up on that Shadowrun net thing. I mean, he's the one that get hunted by these guys.
So what the rest of you doing?
Waiting
Waiting,
for
yeah.
them to come.
Well, okay, actually, if I do have one other thing I can do, I'll pull out a flask and say, anybody want to try some of my moonshine?
We're on the job still. Put that away.
Says the
Says
person
the
the Nova Coke. Yeah. Anybody want some of this?
I know the irony. I see it. I smell it on your Nova Coke nose.
What are you doing over there?
Yeah.
I just go
This is
straight.
a utility tool?
I just go straight up to Jelly's
the
nose,
whole
put my
perk.
nose to it, and smell. I'm like, you did Nova Coke. That's how you test for it. I'm learning biotech.
You have your sniper rifle. I have my stuff.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to just wait?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just waiting there in the line, is what I imagine.
Okay. So about 30 minutes goes by, and go and give me another perception test, Nomad. You're kind of like scanning.
So 30 minutes.
Yep.
So I go.
Are you
get
also waiting with him?
No.
Okay.
I get the pictures.
You
and
take
then
your pictures.
I head back to the van.
So you're going to head back to the van, all right? So you're on your way back to the van. All right. So in the 30 minutes that goes by, what did you get for...
I got two.
You got two.
Like nobody finds this odd that he just runs in.
You
and takes
get
a bunch
you
of
get
pictures.
you get
Well,
that
yeah.
you,
So
you get that
Saki just-
strange sense, that strange sound of interference for a second, but it lasts a little bit longer this time. And then right on the tail end, it breaks off, and you hear something that says "moving into position," and then it crackles off and goes back away. So you're almost like you're picking up crosstalk from another frequency
Cool.
that might be nearby.
So I'll immediately open a channel with Jelly and relay that.
Just a jelly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds like we got incoming Jelly, and they're not looking to play nice.
And I'll reply also on the same channel as, okay, we're just hoping they don't kill us. That's our goal
Just
here.
let me take position. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
I don't want to make them. I don't want to start it if it's not started.
They're getting in position. So I'm slinking towards like the tree line from whatever clearing we're in.
Nomad's feeling
Okay.
very uneasy.
Yeah, this is like a death trap in the making.
Yeah, and then your training that you've had, right? You know, usually you're getting in position to do something, but it
Yeah.
could just be for like Overwatch or surveillance.
Jelly,
or
I really think we got this wrong.
They're gonna find us anyways. There's no reason to run. I mean, why prolong it?
We just need a setup for any eventuality, assuming they don't want to talk. And if I were you, I would not stand out in the open. At least get by the bones to where they're going to have to risk damaging the bones to shoot at you.
I think that if that's what you want to do.
The bones are still in the lodge. There's still a 5.5 meter hole that got blown in the side of the lodge, but the bones are inside, and you could take full cover behind the bones.
How about this? I'll say, what about this, Jelly? You want
We're
me
on a private channel.
Oh, okay, that's right.
We're having a private conversation.
Well, like Nomad doesn't know who to trust because we got this brand new troll, and this new troll vouched for this other guy who just like took our shaman and disappeared for quite a while.
We gave him our shaman.
We asked, so if you remember, what I had suggested was that the shaman not be here.
Okay, so how long does it take to drop the shaman off and
He's
come
not
back?
taking him over. He's keeping him away from here in
So
case.
he wasn't supposed to be a part of this at all.
The
No.
shaman was not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I expected. I expected that.
So he wasn't
Saki
supposed
would be
to.
out there
He wasn't
as well.
supposed to be here. He just shows up out of the blue. He takes a bunch of photographs of our nest egg, and then he just vanishes off into the night.
No, he's
So
still
now-
right here.
Well,
No,
No, he walked off.
No,
Did
see
he
now
go back?
that
Yeah.
because what I imagine is, did you come back out in front of us, or did you sneak past us?
No,
'Cause-
you walked in.
He walked right in.
well,
with
Yeah,
no,
the-
I
I
mean,
just-
but after you
I
take the
don't wanna-
pictures,
He
'cause
just
if-
walked on out. He just headed on out.
I'm heading back to the van.
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
Well,
can,
actually,
I just
I
don't want to
mean,
engage in that situation.
The other thing is Jelly told me to delete them. If Jelly wanted to stop him, Jelly would have said something.
Exactly.
So,
I've
I
seen
mean,
this play out before. I know how it
I
ends.
know, poor paranoid nomad. We're always
So,
we're just gonna
look at you
die.
with a hopeful eye.
so let me know if anyone's doing anything specific. Go and give me another.
Yeah.
Give me another perception test.
I want to take cover in the woods away from this situation, and I achieved 2.
So Dave, while he's making that roll,
Yep.
when I get back to the van, I don't know what the time frame's going to be. So
Okay.
I went straight there, took the pictures, and sent back to the van. As soon as
Okay.
I get back there, I will head back up and make a call to Ileana and then send information.
All right. So you're almost back to the van. And how many successes did you
2.
get? You got 2. Anyone else have enhanced hearing? Mm-hmm. You can go ahead and make a perception test.
It's
Or
what do
it'll
you
be
mean?
totally
This is
fine.
our dub. This is gonna go PG.
All right, so I got 3.
Famous last words.
So
Yeah.
both you and Nomad hear what sound to be 6 sets of boots coming through the brush.
Yeah, I mean, I am hoping they don't kill me. That's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Are we inside the cabin?
You could be.
Now, who's inside the lodge? Who's out in the open? Who's...
I'm outside with Jelly.
Jelly's pacing back and
All right.
forth.
I'm
MF?
smoking
I'm
a
outside.
cigarette.
Okay.
I mean, Jelly didn't tell us to go
I wanna-
wait, but I'm off a ways.
Patrick?
I want to send a
I'm
private
right
message
next
to
to-
Patrick when I get out into the woods and say, Patrick, I don't like this at all. Keep an eye on Jelly.
And are you going to go to take a
Yeah,
position
I'm going
somewhere?
to take a firing position somewhere in the woods where I can catch them on like the right flank or the left flank, whatever's closer to the path they're likely to be coming down. And then I have
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
my motion detector set up along that path.
I'll offer
Is it urban?
you two, Patrick and MF,
There's
just
a house.
cigarette.
Yes, the lodge. It's like
Hand-rolled-
there's a mud hut.
I had to. I'm sorry.
What is it?
Farms.
There's a tree shelter.
Patrick will take it. Giving you cancer with a smile. Ting.
A very
I'm gonna
bad
use the
motto.
badge.
By the way, I
Go up
light
to
it with
5.
my thumb.
All right, so you've got 2 successes. All right. So as you guys continue to kind of listen in,
Would there be a point that I
Yeah.
would notice Jelly is aware of it?
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
intention
Jelly would
anything?
like pop up and look in a certain direction and then go back to pacing.
Okay.
give me a
So-
judge intentions roll though. I'm going to see if you see it.
That's
I'm going
what
to see if you
I was
catch it.
Now I have more failures than successes, but not more than half. And I
More
do have
ones.
success. Does that matter?
It's a glitch.
No, you
Yeah,
just
you
need,
need
no,
more ones.
Just
You
more
need
than-
you need more ones. More if more than half are ones.
No. All right. Good. So I have 1 success.
Yeah, you have 1 success. So for a second there, like you catch Jelly like focus on something different, but then he quickly goes back to just
Okay. So I'm gonna go over because he's pacing.
Okay.
Jelly is when we left, we run here to get group away, and now we wait. You must feel is not good. Is something is wrong?
I've recently learned that there's much more going on in this world than I even begin to conceptualize. And I think that playing nice with these guys is the best way to keep moving forward in this world. We could run. They know how to find us. They've made that very obvious. We don't have enough capital to disappear, plain and simple. I think that doing what they want us to do is the best way to survive. It's not glorious, it's not heroic, but I think this is the way to see the other side of this.
Okay.
Do you see that over the comms?
That was literally us just talking right there.
But we are on the comms constantly, so yes.
Unless you disable your comms when you speak.
Yeah, like specifically where we went 1-to-1, but otherwise everything's open. We've firmly put that into place. So yeah, that's what Jelly's thinking. He's trying to cockroach the situation.
God, I hope Jelly's right, but I don't think that he is.
Need some future Prozacs, Nomad.
You're a little paranoid.
I mean, they are moving in position. Well,
That could mean anything. That could mean that they're lining up to walk into the camp.
Position to help us.
It could be positioned to high five each other.
To bring us that fat sack of money.
So just, keep that bag of grenades handy.
Oh my god, enough with the bag.
Okay.
Grenades are
Like a Joker vest of grenades under me.
So, where you once heard 6 sets of footsteps, now you only hear 2. Nomad, you've gotten yourself into position. How many meters away do you want to go?
We should just... Nice try, Josh.
I want to try to get to...
Remember, 4 to 50 is near. Well, yeah, near.
So yeah, I would like to try to get to medium, or 51 meters from the Dragon Bones, or the not from the Dragon Bones, but from the spot that where my motion sensor is.
So, yeah, well, that's right here. So you've got it, and it's got a 25-meter range, right?
So if I can get 51 meters back, that would be ideal.
Well,
Well, that's okay. All right. So
Well, like 60.
that'll put you at medium. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
60
you,
for some room for them to come
I
forward.
want to say you skulk off and and quietly
And like ideally, I would be going uphill, so that I had a little bit of a downward angle. I don't know if that's possible given this clearing, because we haven't really talked about the geography, but
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I want to be going kind of.
You're in a draw, so yeah, you're gonna head up the opposite rise. All right, and you find a spot where you feel you've got good cover, and
Yeah,
you've
take
got
a spot behind
you
a
got a
tree.
spot where you've got cover 3, and
I want to get my smart link out and run it into my rifle,
okay,
and then I want to cover the,
start
the
to scan,
clearing
right.
with my scope.
So go give me a perception test with your scope there.
does
And,
cover add to
I'll
stealth?
go give you a bonus. I'll give you a point of edge for this test.
Right.
What's that?
Does cover add to stealth, or does it just make it harder to hit?
Cover adds to your defense rating.
Okay.
You've got cover 3, so it's going to be +3 to your defense rating.
That's 5.
5, right. All right, so what you see are, as you start to scan, you see on the opposite ridge about 35 meters up from where the lodge is, right? Well, up the hill, right? So it's got 35 meters, and it's an additional 20 meters to where the lodge is. So, but 35 meters up the grade, opposite of you. So you've got a higher vantage point.
And I do have thermographics also. So
All right. You see there, you're picking up, there are 6 images. There are 4 that look very similar. You see that they're with that, but you got 5, so they are orcs. They look to be either very, very well built, or they are cybered. And then you see a human walking together next to an elf.
Oh wow.
That are coming down in front of them. The other 4 have taken up a position and have created a perimeter on that. Well, not a perimeter, but kind of a line. They're spread about 10 meters apart, and the other 2 are walking down slowly.
I mean, is this spread enough to tactically deduce from my training that they're not here for a conversation?
You don't know. It's hard to tell. You
But
have to
they're
make that
definitely
deduction.
prepared
Could
for.
he
You see
judge
the 4 have
intentions?
posted up. The 4 have posted
Could you
up. They're
judge
close enough to where if they need to move quickly to probably close the distance to where get down to where the lodge
they're
is, they
fanning
probably
out.
can. They've fanned out and they've stopped.
I've seen this before.
All right, pretty common small unit tactic. So they've set up a fire point, right? That's spreading 40, less than 50 meters across, and they're covering the other 2 as they come down the rest of the way.
So at this point, I'll just go full team chat. I will say, I got 6 incoming. They are not here to talk. They are coming in hot. Take cover. I repeat, take cover and prepare for a fight. And I will transmit this image of the thermographic dots along the hillside to my team
Okay.
through my image link. To my team.
Meanwhile, back at the van, you get back to the van. Alf is there, kind of leaning up against the fender. He's like, "Oh, this is all you got? What you needed? We're ready to go."
Hey.
Okay. All right. He goes around to the passenger side and waits for you to open up the door.
Open the door.
Okay. He gets in. All right. He's all, "Where are we going?"
Back to the same place to call again.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so you guys take off and motor off, which isn't far. So you're gonna get back to the point where you make the call. So you're gonna make the call, and pretty quickly she picks it up, and she's like, "I trust that you've got something for me."
It's down by 3 images.
Okay.
So I send.
He says, okay. So you send her pictures of what? Just the bones?
All the pictures that I took when I went in there, tried to like full 60, as much everything that I can.
Right. Any pictures of any of the other individuals?
If anybody does
I did
some
not
art,
take
that
pictures
should
of
be the
individuals.
picture.
So,
It's
all right. So,
like-
okay. So, she's like, okay. Those look like those look like bones. Those look like dragon bones.
Hi.
Okay. Are you in a safe place?
Hi. Right now I am.
Okay. So, what about this team? Where are they at?
I do not know.
You do not know. So the bones are unguarded. They're unsecured.
The Shadowrun team I was telling you about are with the bones right now.
Oh, so they're with the bones.
Hi.
Okay. So okay. Well, so I'm gonna need a few minutes to confer with the powers that be. So
I will stand by.
stand by. So eventually, what you guys see, a human and an elf. Oh,
Picking up directly from what Nomad said.
okay.
Is
All
what
right.
I'm going to say is I'm standing down. You are welcome to leave. The van's a mile that way. But I'm seeing where this goes.
I ain't leaving either. I need to see this through. I need the money.
I stay.
Patrick will just nod and stand right next to Jelly.
So, what steps out of the woods, a human female wearing what looks to be like maybe, apparently maybe armored clothing. It's kind of, like designer, cut, to look like, form-fitting, armored clothing. And then next to her is an elf who is clearly wearing an armored vest over what looks to be like the kind of gear that maybe a field operative might wear, not armored, but it has a bulletproof vest over like khakis with pockets, and it's got like pens and scissors and things like that.
It's the lawyer that doesn't actually usually go out.
Right,
to
it's
call
yeah, exactly. It's the guy that that didn't, usually doesn't get drug out in the field. It's like, hey, I need you to put this on, right?
I'm going to turn to Hot.
Reassuring.
Is there a vacant?
And I'll say with my sub vocals, Jelly. You want
Either
me to
one of you
check?
awakened?
I'll say, Jelly, you want me to check?
No, not really.
And so I'll listen.
Okay.
And so remember, you can look astral. You don't have to sense.
Very slowly.
The only
Ignore
thing-
Jelly right now.
Yes, I understand that. Because these guys are at such a high level that if I look and they see me, I'm
They
thinking
would
I'm
have
gonna
to
get
do the
nuked.
same. Yeah, no,
So-
they would have to do this. I'm just saying for rules.
No, I know what you.
covered that.
Yeah.
I am sweating a little bit, but I think I'm right.
So the
Dave's looking at the gun stats.
Nope.
Like, yeah,
He's
you're
like,
so
he-
right.
He's like, man, I have to
so
kill all
the
you
human
guys.
so the human steps out and looks at the group. Says there's someone missing.
Yes, there is. He's keeping watch over the bones in case anyone tries to approach.
So how many of them do we see right now? Just the two? Or
Two
do
of
we
them.
See? Yeah.
Two of them. But you know that there are 4 more
So-
up the ridge.
And I'm hearing their conversation. So, Jelly, there are 4 of them missing as well.
No, they're not missing. You can see them with your thermography.
No, I know,
Yeah,
but
to
they're
us.
missing from this
We just see the
conversation.
human
that-
and the elf.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. The elf looks at the lodge and starts moving towards it.
Oh, yeah, I'll kind of like,
You weren't at the rendezvous point like we had arranged. Why?
we were unable to find a way to move the bones. They're too heavy for our party. Something we didn't think about.
No. There's a message that could not have been relayed to us at the meetup point. When these kinds of things happen on these kinds of jobs, it puts up a flag, puts up red flag. You know?
I think there must have been some mix-up in the message that you received, but we did in fact relay that. I apologize, didn't make it to you. And I'm schmoozing. I'm doing my charisma thing.
Doing some fair
I'm
So-
like, please don't kill me. I'm
All right,
pathetic.
so go ahead and give me some type of con roll. It's
Okay,
It's not
it's
a con.
not a
We
con.
actually did tell.
I mean, maybe an yeah, we did say that.
well,
We
you
specifically said.
Well,
right,
when-
but you were supposed to meet there. They said stand by, and you
us,
said okay.
yes.
The two of you were supposed to stand by, but then you left.
Oh,
You
I didn't.
left.
I wouldn't have lied about that.
Yeah, you didn't tell them. Hey, we're leaving. We're not going to be
Gotcha.
here when you get here.
Well, you guys got
Right.
the idea
So-
that they weren't going to come friendly, and
thought-
so you came back and told the group that.
I would not have said we told someone that because that's not. Yeah, I thought I misunderstood
Right,
what
no
you were
problem.
saying.
But so okay, so no
Well,
need for
yeah.
need for the con, all right,
Yeah.
or the persuasion.
I mean, yeah. If anything, I'm just-
So because she's asking like, why did you not meet us like we had asked?
Can I? Yeah. So what I'm going to say instead of what I said earlier is, apologies. I misinterpreted the instructions.
You misinterpreted stand by. We're en route.
I was under the impression that you meant with the bones. We wanted the most amount of protection on the bones as possible.
I was under the impression that somebody of your qualifications would be able to understand such simple instructions. He's all, well, we can dispense with the pleasantries. Let's see what you have.
Yeah, I'll gesture towards the open door.
Okay. The elf is already making his
Yeah.
way across to the opening, right? He's going to go over. He stops outside the lodge. He looks in and he looks back at the human and kind of nods his head and she says, "Do what you need to do," right? And he goes inside the lodge. She says, "It's going to be a short period of time while my colleague can verify the findings. I trust that things went." Kind of looks around. Went off without much of a hitch.
Aside from relocating the bones, all went well.
Okay, cool. And says, your friend, he's guarding the bones. He's no longer needed inside. Have him come out, please.
Nomad, come down.
I think that's a mistake, Jelly. I don't think we should do that. Negotiate with them. Ask them to bring down their 4. If we're here for good nature, then there's no reason they shouldn't bring all of their troops into the clearing as well.
And I'll ask her, is there anything else needed of us? Are we able to leave?
No, once we're able to verify your findings and that they're genuine, we will be able to deliver payment to you, and then you'll be free to go on your merry way.
All right. I do respect Nomad as a person, so I'm gonna push to keep him out there. So what I'm gonna, I guess, do an influence roll is what I'd like to do
On who?
on the human I'm talking to.
Okay, all right.
And what I'm going to say is that, he has a great position where he's at. I think we could use him still. We don't know who else is out in these woods.
She says, I feel confident that we're alone.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's a great asset. And then...
Okay, so go ahead. You're going to give me a persuade. So it's going to be an opposed persuasion.
Oh, this is getting heavy.
All right,
Oh, man.
Well, it's influence, but yeah.
Influence, yes. I'm sorry, influence.
Suspicious, gun him down.
Oh, man.
Get your guy to come out of the woods. Well, get your guys to come out of the woods. Well,
This is serious right here. So 4.
I feel it's
we
like
only
that.
had one guy in the woods, though. They got 4. So
It is that like end
They
mission.
don't have a nomad.
No, yeah, you're
They don't have a
at
nomad.
least 4.
oh, man.
I may be on par with Jelly's ability to negotiate. I get 11 dice.
Well, I get more.
Oops, sorry. Hold on. I didn't have the stat.
Patrick, you or I can't talk.
Can you give edge? Can you give edge to another player? Like
I
2
believe.
for 1?
Yes,
I
if
think you
remember
can.
correctly, give me a moment to check.
Have
I believe
edge.
that is
So,
optional.
yeah, let's talk about our edge thing. So
Yeah,
there's...
let's talk about it.
Yeah, we have 5. In
What's-
we did I thought we potentially used one of these. Did
No,
Hot
we
Hands not use
decided
one of
not
No, I
to.
There should be 5 in the pool.
these? Okay.
So I
we have 5 to work
4
with.
edge. If one more, I could do the exploding
The exploding
sixes.
6s is what I am.
Which is pretty...
And
Okay,
lost
so...
to 2, you can give an ally an edge.
Okay, so I'm going to use 1 chip and
And
my
influence is
4
intuition,
edge.
correct?
Influence...
Charisma. It's charisma.
Yeah, it's charisma.
So exploding 6s is a 5 edge thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I'll use all my 4 plus 1 for exploding sixes.
And doesn't that one also give you your edge pool?
Yes, you
with
add your
additional
edge. So it's your normal pool plus edge.
I'm not going to declare that I'm using edge. Right. So you're doing exploding 6. All right. Cool.
I am.
All right.
Okay, so I rolled this one again, I rolled that one again. And then I get a bonus edge, so...
And how much edge is it to re-roll all the failures?
1 to 1.
Oh, it's 1 to 1.
Oh,
No,
you're
no.
talking literally.
Like reroll
Yeah.
all failures.
Is it
a-
4?
I think it's 4.
Yeah.
Though.
Okay.
So you have to reroll 3. I think I was just reading it.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Okay.
Oh no, I rerolled 2.
4 edge to reroll all.
Wait, this was 6 too. It just flipped.
Oh,
You
okay.
got 3 6s there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Good job.
Okay. So I want to do that. Yeah, I'm going to spend 4 edge of my 5. And
8.
And re-roll my failures.
That's pretty good.
Dave's got a lot of dice. Though.
I got 1, 2, 3 more. So I have 3, 6. I have 8.
Me too.
Oh,
Oh wow!
Can we spend
go.
more?
No,
edge?
ties to
Each you,
attacker.
tie
Yeah.
goes
Oh
first.
right.
Ties go to
Well,
the attacker.
Let's go to you.
In this case, you're an
nicely done.
attacker.
All right. I was rolling 16 dice. 11 plus
crazy.
17 dice. Yeah,
Wowee.
has a
These
specialization
guys
in
are
negotiations.
badasses.
Yeah, Ordo Maximus Field Operative. Yeah,
Alright.
with a base skill of 8
Good lord.
and a 5 charisma. Okay, and you say
Nomad's better up in the trees. That's the message I'm sending.
Nomad's better up in the trees. Well,
No,
first,
that's not what I said.
oh, okay, all
That's
right.
I said he's better where he's at, and he's great. He's a good asset to keep eyes on the situation. I do not say anything about fucking trees,
Well,
Dave.
so she starts to step towards in the direction of the lodge. She says, "I trust that my scientist is not in any danger."
No, this is a peaceful
I
handoff.
cross my arms over my chest.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
And she kind of like steps to try and get
How
a
about my
better
hips?
view of through the hole to see, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'll gesture if anyone's
Because
in
she's
front
assuming,
of it.
because you told her, hey, he's guarding the bones, so she's assuming that Nomad's inside the lodge with her
Yeah,
scientist.
I mean, I'm guarding the bones. That's not a lie.
Yeah.
This is a peaceful handoff. We mean
Okay.
no harm whatsoever.
All right, so the scientist is going to.
these are fake.
Goddamn,
Oh.
Kill him!
Harley Quinn is just like,
Wait,
nah.
did any of us actually check the bones, or did we just listen to Harley
Well,
Quinn
the
and this guy?
words check. We physically saw them. You looked at them through.
Yeah, but can't you just sprinkle some dust on it and make it look googly?
well,
Okay,
if we
been brought up
if
earlier.
we don't know it.
Too
You
late
can, like,
now.
sense it
Someone
to
just stuck a
understand
foci on the
its
bottom
meaning.
of it and is like, yeah, no, that reads. This is a goof right here. That is odd. That's on us.
Either we're all gonna die or we're not. And you know what? I'm okay with
Yeah, you know, that's
that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make
For the team.
for the team.
Okay.
honestly,
You're gonna die, and I'm gonna run.
what I think would happen is there'd be a rain of bullets, and Patrick, you would just kind of fall to your knees as they would bounce off of you as we're all being riddled and filled with bullets, and you're just like, not again. That's what I'm putting that on you.
He's lost
No, I
multiple
ran.
teams.
No, he gets to watch.
There's
He's
a reason.
just like,
There's a
This
reason
is
that I've
13.
survived 2 other teams.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that 4 is a lucky number
Well, lucky for who?
for him.
Hopefully,
right.
because 3 didn't
So-
work out.
You hear some chanting. It sounds like maybe a spell's being cast inside the lodge. You see the elf, you know, whose back's been to you, kind of focused on these bones, gets up and is standing there, stands there for what seems like this kind of like unending kind of eternity, and eventually turns around, takes 2 steps out of the lodge, and falls flat first on his face, and does not move. We'll roll initiative because we're going to do the actions in initiative order.
It's hot hands.
We've seen
You'll
that
never
before.
catch me alive, Inferno.
Okay, I got the best I can get. It's shit still.
Meanwhile, back at the van, Ileana calls you back on the secured line. She's all, if you're in a safe place, we are going to come to your location. We are coming in hot, and if your friends don't want to be a victim of collateral damage potentially, I suggest that you advise that they clear the area.
ETA?
Minutes,
Very good.
about 20,
I
maybe less.
approximately 15 to 10.
Okay, I'll relay the message. But yeah, we're coming in hot. All right, you'll be well commended for this find. Now, are you just going to stay up on the hill?
I will drive back to the location of the van,
Okay.
or excuse me, where I parked, where
Parking
we parked
spot,
the
yeah,
van.
parking, yeah.
So I will head back there.
Okay.
I am going to send a message to Patrick.
Okay.
So when I get there, let me know when I get there, and I'll send a
You get
message
there,
to
Alan's
Patrick.
like, do I have to get out of the van again?
Okay. So everybody go and roll me initiative. Even Saki.
I'm away from combat.
So you can go ahead and roll initiative just for the action sequence. All right. So let's see what I've got. All right. So
I'm really good at initiative.
the Arcano Archaeologist
What'd
is
you
a
get?
done deal. Not your fault.
Not been for
Yeah,
that.
It is not your fault.
That's
in the trees.
everybody in initiative order. That's not us.
Why'd the guy pass out? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Wait.
Is that a good thing?
I'll summon a spirit and say, kill Patrick when this is done. Patrick, you kill Jelly, and then you kill Nomad and MF.
Murder suicide.
And then
Kill
my
nobody.
I don't want to be
spirit
a
will kill
part
you.
of a murder cult.
And then you don't have to be killed by these guys. You saw what happened to
No.
Alejandra.
I'd rather
Team
risk it for the
murder.
biscuit. I don't want to. Yeah. I don't
No
want to
one-
throw in the towel.
No one has ever gone into a suicide pact with hot
Putting
hands.
the party in TPK.
Yeah.
These guys truly are badass.
Yeah, no, I'm getting that impression,
Alright.
Dave. Thank you.
Well,
Damn, I forgot that was.
What I'll tell you guys
Jelly,
is if
what do
we
you have?
get attacked,
11,
I got
11.
something for this.
Hot
Recon
hands.
operatives all kicked our ass as far as
7.
stats.
and they whipped these
Seven,
guys.
MF?
These guys are way past that.
Hot hands, you got 7, right?
7 hot hands.
Special
Hot hands.
Hot hands. You got 7 for initiative.
Seven, yeah, it's
MF?
7, it's not
19.
19. Sake?
Guarantee you I'm
13.
After all of them.
Monads? Or monads? Nomad. Why does it monad? Look like monad. That's funny. Monads are actually a thing in Shadowrun. Alright.
Okay, that's a great character.
Yeah.
Shadowrunner name.
Okay,
Write
that's-
that down.
What do you have, Nomad?
That's John.
Nomad? What do you have?
Mode.
18.
18 and Patrick.
11.
11. Alright.
Monads, did you
Monads.
know?
David.
Always have to have the bigger gun.
He's got cyber so he's got like
Right.
8 of them.
Or what
So
are
my
those?
field operative goes first.
Newton's
Oh,
cradle.
no, okay.
I got 24. All right.
All right, everybody hold up. We're about to die.
Hold on, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So she looks over and she looks at you, so and says, "You've got about 2 seconds to explain this," and holds her action. All right. So that was on 24. Then we're going to 19, which is gonna be MF.
Is nothing to explain. Your guy messed up, and I'll hold my action.
Okay. All right. 18, Nomad.
Can I see the person that said that from my position, or are they inside the lodge?
I don't know. You can see it. She's outside
Okay.
the lodge.
I'm gonna take aim on her.
Okay. All right. And then hold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was 18. 13 is Saki.
While I still have communication, I send message to Patrick, just status, question mark.
Okay.
Is he
Pat-
close enough if he's still up at the top of
No,
the
he's.
bridge?
Oh, well.
You're up where the van
you
is.
want
So
to
no, he
No,
said
but
before
I'm
he
about to-
came back.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All
So
right.
he's still up on the ridge where he
You're
is.
still on the ridge. Yeah. So,
So
you
I don't know what the
yeah.
time frame is, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm waiting.
You'll send. Okay. So you send the message. All right. I'm just gonna say, Patrick, you get a message. And it's now. It's gonna be Jelly. And then who's got the higher reaction between Jelly and Patrick?
At 2.
Probably.
Okay. So Patrick's next.
Yeah, Patrick, I get the message.
Yeah, I send you the message.
You get a message.
Status, question mark.
Busy.
You can
just
say
text?
busy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all voice text. Okay, go. Busy. Mom, busy.
So question. I mean, I have a comm link.
Yes.
Patrick is a contact. I'm assuming that I can actually get contact with him.
You can contact him.
Okay. So
From where you're at, you've got connectivity.
okay.
You've got, yeah.
So quickly, I said busy.
Spotted.
Is it combat?
You haven't heard any gunshots.
I don't know.
So are you gonna spend your round communicating with
Texting.
yeah? You're basically like, you take away. You're like, hey, hold on, I gotta send this
So
real
his hand in
quick.
the
It
pocket,
depends.
moving it.
Like, is your comm link built in or not? Because if it's built in, then it's not actually texting; it's in your head.
Yeah,
And you
What-
can do
yeah.
like thought
Well,
to speech.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is that if you want to spend your action having a communication between Saki and
Right.
yourself, I'll
I'm
let you
not
do
disputing
that. Yeah.
I'm just
Patrick's
pointing
more
out
focused
not
on
everybody
the task
texts.
at hand, which is
Okay.
why he's just giving short word
Okay.
Yeah, no.
answers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and some character.
Yeah, you feel the
Yeah.
tension in the air rise as,
Yeah.
as
And
you
so
know the
I'm-
human kind of look
How
and said,
far
explain
away
this.
is the downed person from where Patrick is?
I'm gonna say 10 meters.
10
You
meters?
guys were standing in the area. Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
person's face down in the dirt, not moving.
Patrick is going to kind of position himself just slightly turned more towards Jelly, like his chest just slightly.
Like if you need to, you're gonna like cover
Yes,
him. Okay,
yes,
gotcha.
cover
gotcha.
Jelly or like
Okay.
and
Good job,
run
Patrick.
or do something.
Okay.
That's what
Jelly.
Patrick's doing.
Jelly's turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to say we found the bones. We called you. Whatever happened before that point, I don't know about. I am lying. I'll not do con roll.
Go ahead and give me that influence. All right.
God.
So 3, 4, 5, 6,
Well, Jelly's good at
7,
lying.
8.
That's like the thing I'm best
8.
at.
Feel me
I'm
right
trying to
at you.
intimidate on this, so I get only 2 dice and then 3 and 4, 5. Okay.
I'm more than just somebody who throws.
She's basically trying to intimidate you into speaking the truth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dave did pretty good too.
This one is cocked, so I'm going to reroll this
God
one.
dang it,
Is
Dave.
that a 6? Or...
No.
Ah, that's a
Okay.
I've got 7.
Oh, I have 5.
You got edge.
I've got edge. Okay.
And you have edge here.
Let's talk about. Well, I've used all my edge.
Oh, okay.
So let's talk about edge options.
It's 1 to turn a 4 into a 5, right?
No,
two,
two.
but
2.
So I,
you could re-roll them all for 4.
I would
So
use
do
our
that.
whole pool.
Do it. This is
I
well.
think-
If you lose, we're dead,
That's fair.
right? I mean, am I wrong, guys?
I think we keep those for combat.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we just keep it like this.
So
Okay.
how many do you
All
have
right.
left?
So,
2? Or are you out?
I'm out of edge, so
So-
I lose if we don't do anything.
so you feel compelled to tell the truth right
So we
now.
can turn a 4 to a 5.
It's
and
not
two
that you were
people.
well, yeah. You feel compelled to
Yeah, they've got
Okay,
a lot.
let me
I
think
got
about.
Okay, think about how you want to shape it.
Okay.
Is anyone that had held actions going to take an action before the round ends? This is the last action of this round.
Nope. 'cause
Are the
that's what I
guys
feel.
like holding their position? Those dots.
Yep.
I have something. Okay, Dave, this is gonna be important in a minute.
Okay.
I looked. This might just be something that's broken. There is no cap or limit to how much a spell could be amped. It does not. So
Yes, but if you amp it over what your magic rating is, you're taking physical damage instead of.
yeah, I know.
So
I know.
yes,
But
he's
what I
trying to go out.
Yeah,
No.
with that, yeah, you could supernova yourself and be like, boom.
That's what
You
I'm
know?
wondering, because it looks like theoretically I could just amp it and then I just have to try and resist. So the idea is,
Let me double check it, but yeah.
no, that's why I think
I would
maybe
think it's double your magic or
Let
something.
me see.
it says
What do
nothing.
you think?
So what I'm thinking is that if we're gonna go into combat, I have Hellblast, and that is already killing me territory. There's no downside to me other than my life of amping it up to basically nuke the forest in the area before us to get rid of them, and then it's just her. So theoretically, if this goes to a shit show and we gotta survive, I'm gonna turn into the Phoenix, baby.
And die.
No, I'm gonna be reborn. I might not. I can amp it up to a point where I have a chance to survive. But
I mean,
everyone else will live.
There's equipment advantages that can see through smoke or, flame. Like,
Oh, I just mean I'm
What
gonna
happens
be
when you cut the head off the snake?
no, I know, but they're like in a
Will
line.
Orc still fight if she's still fighting?
They'll still fight.
They'll still fight, yeah. Because
Knowing
there's
this, knowing what we know about this faction, they're not going to just be like, oh, our leader's gone. We're a normal gang, and now no one's to lead us, and we're just going to disperse. They have a very specific policy in place for every possible thing that could happen on this mission. They have a backup guy, they have a backup guy, and they have a backup guy. And if that guy should somehow die, then they have 2 more guys that are going to do other things in that eventuality.
Well, that's perfect. We know what we have to go through, so knowing's half the battle. We're set.
Yeah, I don't see that there's a cap on amp
It
up either.
sounds weird, but there's no cap, technically speaking.
Did Alf do something to the bones? Did Harlequin do something to the bones?
I don't know.
Well, he gave them to
Let
us,
me,
so that implies they're not very valuable to begin with.
Let me look.
I have to believe it's like
Yeah.
magic connected.
Let's see.
From a magic standpoint, it might be valuable from like a
Like double
museum
your magic
standpoint,
score or
but
something
not
like
from
that.
yeah.
And they're so far away. How close is this woman?
Yeah, I find it hard to believe she would just go walking straight down there if they were actually here to eradicate us. That's the one thing that doesn't fit
Do you see how armored
the
she is?
narrative. Yeah, but could she really take all of us at
She's
close
probably a
range?
mage.
You
She's
know what
probably a mage.
you know what the fun thing about Hellblast is? It gives corrosive damage.
We're giving him ideas.
Yeah, they talk about there isn't a maximum. I'm gonna say it's up to your magic attribute. I think that makes sense.
You could always just shoot us in the head, don't
So you can amp up a number of times equal to your magic rating. Okay.
That's what happened the
Like
last
the zombies are all
cruise.
around you and they're not biting you in the neck or something.
have a character named Mercy and no one knows why. It thinks it's because they heal you or something. No, it's because when it goes bad,
They just shoot you.
I've been through like 6 teams.
Did you get that, Pedro? So I'll let you you can amp it up the number of times equal to your magic attribute.
That makes sense.
Alright, cool.
I was like,
So that'd be,
there
if
has
you
to
amped
be.
it up, what's your magic? 5?
Yeah,
So you can amp it up 5 times. So that would be a 10 additional drain.
that makes sense.
That'd be an additional 10 damage.
I was like,
Or
there.
5 damage.
It was, yeah. I was like, it doesn't say in the rules, so Dave, you're gonna have to make a rule.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
You name the character Mercy as a one shot joke in the thing.
Exactly.
Where everyone else yells, "No, Mercy!"
Yeah.
Well,
Wham.
here we go.
Yes,
I like it.
genuinely.
You've taken some time to think about.
Okay. Upon reaching this location, we did in fact encounter a powerful and unruly mage. He summoned 3 elementals of varying type. Patrick was able to overpower the mage and his spells, and the mage is no longer a barrier. As soon as the dragon bones were in our possession, we summoned you. Now, here we are.
That's what happened. I was there.
Okay.
That's the truth.
All right. So she's going to. So the round's going to end unless somebody wants to do something. As she brings back to the top, which is her.
Patrick is just intently staring at Jelly and the other people.
Like this.
So I'm keeping an
Basically
eye.
like his-
I'm
his
keeping an eye
eyes.
on the group. She's going to sidestep over. Now, just so you know,
How far away is she?
she's right there. She's going to be leaving your close range, which is melee range. So, like if you want to club her, she's going to step out of that range.
No clubbing.
No clubbing.
All right.
Not yet.
You see that there's something pearlescent that seems to be sweeping over her eyes. As you know, so she's probably got cyber eyes.
Eyeballs. Oh, cyber eyeballs.
If she's a mage, she doesn't want cyber eyeballs.
You're right.
Be a really shitty mage.
She has a light pistol at her hip. and she has a shotgun slung on her back.
She's badass.
She does sound pretty badass.
Yeah.
She's gonna sidestep over, keeping an eye on the group, and like kicks out to the side with her foot on the elf who's face down.
Oh, so she's right next to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or you guys are kind of standing like 10 meters away from the
She
lodge.
stepped out of melee range from you.
Yeah,
and-
to go over to where the lodge
But
is,
she's
where the
not, like,
body, because
gone.
the elf stepped out of the lodge, took 2 steps, and fell face first. You guys were like 10 meters away. You guys are having this conversation. She's stepping away, keeping an eye on you guys, and moves over to the elf and kind of kicks the elf, all right? And gets no response. And she looks puzzled, like she doesn't understand, what's happened, right? She reaches into her jacket, raises up a comlink, and says, move in on the package and secure it. At that point, Nomad, you're going to see the 4 figures that were stationary all begin to move. So that's going to bring us to 19, which is MF.
Oh wait, I didn't get turned.
I skipped you last round?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm at
Let's
7.
keep it that
Oh, I thought you
way.
said- I'm sorry. I'm totally sorry. Oh, I skipped you. Yes, you're 7. You're
I
last
was just
round.
gonna ask Jelly, you want me to offer magical aid? I could diagnose
Do
a
we see
problem.
any like blood pool or any kind of like damage to this person laying on the ground, or are they just laying in the dirt?
That'd be a perception test.
Well, anyway, if Jelly says no, then I do not do that.
Okay, so you hold like everyone else. All right, so now it's back to Nomad. So with you want to make a perception test? You can see, try and ascertain.
No, I mean, well, with the movement in the trees, I'm going to let everybody know that enemies in motion. They're coming in. Take cover. I mean, do I have a general consensus of the range of these guys?
35 meters to the bottom of the draw, and then another 20 meters
So, I
in.
mean,
So
they're
35
they're
plus
in
10.
They're in
and-
near range.
Yeah, they're near.
So they'll be on you any second.
Understood.
Well, it would take them a couple, about a minute, or 2 minutes to get down there. Are you still holding?
I mean, like, Nomad's pretty confident that this is going to end up in conflict. So, like, do the effects of take aim like benefit over turns?
No.
So
Once
if
you
I
take
were-
aim, you've gotten that maximum.
Yeah.
bonus,
So I guess I'm going to take aim for now, and then I'm going to prepare to shoot as soon as Jelly gives the signal. But I'm hoping that's going to be in the next few seconds.
Who are you taking aim on?
On the
human
leader
lady.
girl. Yeah.
Okay.
The woman.
All right, so that was 19. 18. Or 18 was Nomad. So your motion sensor goes off as they move down 10 meters and hit your 25 meter mark.
They're right on us, Jelly.
And so on 13 is going to be Saki.
Like, are you guys just standing out in the open
So
right now?
with
Okay.
urgency, I get back to where the van was parked at.
Okay.
But not balls out, not code 3, but with
Run,
urgency.
run!
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you're going to double time back to the van.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Or no, double time the van back to where it was parked.
Yes,
Yeah.
back to where it's parked. Okay. You're in the van. You're driving it now back to where it was, the parking spot, right?
Affirm.
Okay, cool. All right, so you drive back to there. All right, then it's going to be Jelly.
I'm just not doing anything.
Okay.
I'm
And
very
then
much hoping that they just take this shit and leave us alone.
it's going to be Patrick.
Again, he's just waiting.
Okay.
If any of them make any movements like aggressively,
Then you're going to risk the wrath of the Hulk.
yeah.
All right, and then it's Hot Hands.
My hands were kind of like tucked into my belt. I'm gonna go ahead and lay them kind of at my side, just kind of like casually. But I am looking also. Basically, if this goes shit showy, I'm gonna wing some serious magic. I'm basically just preparing for that.
Okay.
I'm holding my action.
All right.
Hot hands. Why don't you look at down man and thighs? In astral, you see connections. Yes,
I can, but
possible connections.
Jelly has told me to stand down, and I don't want to piss these guys off
So I'm
anymore.
going to look at Jelly, but I'm not doing anything
Yep.
else.
So, back to the top. The woman walks back over to you, Jelly, and says, barring any other unforeseen technicalities, such as the one we have here, we should be able to conduct our business as agreed upon.
Great.
But I'm going to have to tax you.
Okay. What does that mean?
Do you speak?
English, Spanish, Russian,
She
Mandarin?
says, can we speak in private?
Certainly. Stand down.
All right. So you guys walk off,
By yourself?
hopefully out of earshot. She's going to speak very quietly to you,
Yes.
and she says, "You may not agree with what I have to say, but it's not really up for negotiation. You've cost me a body, now you owe me one, and I want you to choose. Take all the time you need."
Okay, shit, I missed the question. What was it?
And after that, the payment goes through and
we continue the contract as arranged.
Then me.
Very well. So she pulls out her light pistol. She puts it to Jelly's head and pulls the trigger.
What?
Boom! Well, now I will say. Well, let me hold on. Let me rewind because I want to give you guys a chance to react. She pulls out a pistol and puts it to Jelly's head. Right, completely not focused on any of the rest of the group.
At that point, Nomad would fire.
You got an aim on her. All right. So go ahead if you want. If you want to take your action, I'll let you take a shot.
Patrick immediately starts running.
You guys are not good at
I want to
following
take my action,
directions.
and I want to explode my 6s.
Okay. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, but it takes 2 to do that. So are we in agreement with that?
It appears that she is completely unwavering and comfortable with the decision that's been made. Is what I want to stress.
Yeah.
Jelly did not.
It's a stressful situation.
Jelly did not flinch when the pistol was placed in her head.
He did not.
Jelly-
He did not.
That did not look good. Okay, so I only got 3.
And that split second of like we don't know whether this is a bluff or not. Nomad takes action and pulls the trigger. All right.
Yeah.
So you got. I'm gonna give you a point of edge because you're
Okay.
you're hiding.
Then I can use that to go up to 4.
All right. So you've got 4. You've got 4 successes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll my reaction.
Oh man.
Not my. I'm gonna roll my intuition as a dodge.
Yeah. What was take aim?
Take aim gives you a plus. Let me see. I think it's
Gives you
plus
attack
1.
rating?
I think it's a plus 1 die to your pool.
Oh,
It's not attack rating. It gives you an extra die. I think.
Nobody's getting gold stars.
nobody.
Yeah, bad listening.
I love that. I was like, yeah, it was very interesting. It was very interesting. Let me look up the
Thanks,
quote.
Dave. Screw our whole mission.
No,
You got anything for me?
We were
Barry?
doing excellently.
you guys are doing great.
We were.
You didn't have to pick yourself.
Who am I gonna
No
pick?
kidding. Yeah, pick the new guy.
That's a very interesting question. Very interesting question.
Because listen, if I pick, but there's a reason I didn't pick the new guy. 'Cause
Josh
I
just
picked the
throws
new
the new guy.
guy.
The new guy's not even here.
But
I'm
listen,
not the new
she
guy
goes,
anymore,
She goes,
so-
who's that? Why isn't he here with us? He wasn't part of the plan, and then we die anyways.
I think Nomad meant me.
Plus 1 dice pool. So take aim's plus 1 dice pool.
If you
Okay,
die,
still-
I will
still
kill
4.
everyone in the area.
So you got 4, and then okay. So I'm gonna roll my intuition just for that spider sense, like something's not right, and maybe dodge out of the way if I trust my instincts, kind of thing. Well, let's see. What I
I
got.
asked Dave. I'm
Yes.
assuming that I'll ask. Would Nomad, since he has all the scopes and all that bullshit, would Nomad be able to judge intention on the fact that Jelly is not reacting? And Josh,
You
would
would have
Nomad
heard.
even matter?
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
would
heard
have heard.
Jelly.
Oh, you heard the.
You would have all heard the whole
I
conversation.
heard the
Oh,
conversation.
No, B couldn't.
Why
Because
not?
the specific, because Dave said specifically it would be up low tone away from us.
Oh.
But he has ear enhancement,
Well-
so he might have heard it.
I mean, either way,
That's
if
what
I
I'm
see
getting.
her, put a pistol to Jelly's
As soon as you pull the
head,
pistol, I'm assuming, right? And as soon as it points it at Jelly's head, you're going to be like, "Fuck this!" And you're going
That's
to
why
take.
I asked.
I like that. I think that's what
I
Nomad
think
would
it's
do.
good role playing. It
and
just
it doesn't
isn't.
make sense because he said very specifically he's aimed crosshairs on
Yep.
on the female.
Yeah, I
so
was
he's
just
not
waiting
looking
for her to
at-
do something
Yep.
aggressive.
You
and
had
she
a
did
so,
something aggressive.
all right. So my intuition is 6 dice.
That's
So,
very aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. but didn't pull it out in an aggressive way. Pulled it out in a very like understanding
Like, yeah,
way. Cool.
like a
I'm gonna go ahead and
mercy
put
killing.
I'm gonna go ahead and put you out of your misery real quick. All right, I have 3.
Oh,
You have
yes.
4.
I had 4. Yeah.
Okay. So you hit with your shot.
All right.
Go ahead and what's the damage?
The 6p plus 1 for the 1 net success. I don't know.
All right, and I
I
have
killed somebody.
Oh, that's not a very high body. Okay. Cool. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice.
It's not a very high body. It's a 5.
Yeah. It's higher
6
than
is
my
max
body.
for most humans.
This one's cybered to the gills.
So for a cybered up,
I've got 1. So what's
7
6
total
total
minus
coming
1
in.
is 6. Yeah.
6p. Okay. Oh, here you go.
Hopefully that gives Jelly a chance to react and take cover like I've been saying for the last
Now
10
there's
minutes.
2
No.
bodies we got to account for.
So who else had held actions?
Effectively every one of them.
Pretty much everyone. So Patrick, I'm gonna say you guys probably walked about 5 meters away. No. So you can react.
Okay, so I'm assuming his shot went off first,
Yes.
right?
I've kind of envisioned you guys are all reacting to this at the same time.
Right. So, but I'm saying in the time it
She,
takes
like,
for
goes-
Patrick,
You're not
Yeah.
reacting to
Well,
Patrick's like
no.
as you're running. If you're
Yeah.
gonna try and close this, I mean, you could almost like 5 meters. You could almost like lunge, and try and do something, But yeah, all these things are happening in relative, simultaneous to each other. So you're gonna move towards Jelly.
I think Patrick would either attempt to tackle said person or punch said person.
Okay. All right. So
Assuming, like, because if Patrick
Nomad
noticed
already put
that they
Patrick
got
on notice too. He already
Yeah.
said, like, I don't like this. Like,
okay. All right.
hopefully Patrick
So-
listens to him, because it seems like, you know, there was the question about leadership, but then there was like also like sort of a below the top layer question about like, but who do we actually listen to if somebody's trying to get themselves killed? So Nomad's hoping
Patrick
that-
didn't hear.
You didn't hear the conversation,
All
right?
Patrick saw was
You-
the gun get
well-
pulled.
Yeah, but
Well,
Nomad
Jelly, do you
told
envision
Patrick-
that everyone would have, you know, I think
It
I'm
was
more.
on. It's always on open.
I think I'm
comms.
more in agreement with Barry because she was specifically trying to speak where it was only you hearing.
So
Yeah.
then it would have been like super quiet.
Okay, I'll give everyone a perception test. Threshold's going to be 3. Go over here. So not super easy, not super hard, but you know, challenging. Nope. So hot hands didn't hear it. MF, you can make a perception roll. Nomad didn't hear it.
I have 1.
MF didn't hear it.
2.
No one heard it.
Heard it.
No. So she was successful. She, you know, said hey.
And so in all reality, all they saw was they're talking like
Yeah,
this.
they walk off and then she tries to
Yeah.
shoot
Yeah.
him.
And
She
that's
just
all they saw.
she just stood
Yeah.
there and
We're not
you
gonna
know
let
kind of
that
nodded her head and then
Jelly's side.
and then-
You would have heard
I'll-
after this, everything's fine.
I'll give
Okay.
everyone a judge intentions roll to try and assess the situation as you see it visually.
What do I roll for that?
I feel like this is Dave saying you're gonna die if you engage.
Row of attributes.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah, but it's
Second row
a
of attributes.
it's a
Judge
derived.
intentions
Yeah.
is will plus intuition.
Threshold on this is 2, but the higher you get, the more information you're going to glean from the situation.
I got 2.
I have 3.
3.
Hot hands. What do you have?
How many do I have?
Yeah.
4.
Oh, okay.
Do I want to hit? No, yeah, 4.
So for the 2s, it looks like you know that that she's gone to guns on Jelly. You know, maybe like in an intimidating factor, or you know, maybe in a way like, hey, you know, kind of ultimatumly, maybe. For who got 3?
I did.
MF, no, there's something more than that. Because the posture of Jelly is almost submissive to a point. Like
Resigned.
she's giving into this. Hot hands, you see the silent agreement between the two of them. And look in that moment of almost like time stoppage that Jelly has made the ultimate sacrifice.
Oh, you know what?
Or is about to.
Jelly might be resigned, but Nomad is not resigned.
Nomad has historic trauma.
No, yeah. I'm not going gently.
So, made a shot, you're going to react, and so you're going to try and tackle, or what's your plan?
Yeah, I think.
Let me think. Oh, hold on. So that was on
18.
No, that was one
Listen
higher
to-
than me.
Oh yeah, I did go before you this round, but I wasn't because I had a held action. And
Yes.
Yeah, because that's going to take us all the way down to
That was
11.
the
So anyone that
bottom
went
of the
before 11, so the only person that won't be able to go before would be Hot Hands. Because Hot Hands goes after Jelly, because the conversation, then Jelly would have responded, and so anyone that went before Jelly has a chance to react. So Nomad's gone, MF has a chance to react.
Does the wound modifiers lower your initiative? Like if you take a hit, you go down initiative 2 blocks?
You don't go down in initiative, but it affects all of your tests.
So I'm gonna wave my hands. Stand down! Stand down! And I'm waving where I think Nomad is, but otherwise I'm holding my action.
Okay. So and then also Saki, you're like you've parked. You've gotten back to where the vehicle parking spot is.
Okay.
All right. And then what are you going to do from there?
I wait.
Okay.
So my intention is to wait about the 10 minutes
Okay.
and start making my way to try to get obs on the cabin.
You hear a gunshot, high-powered rifle.
Oh yeah, this numbnut's been shooting earlier though.
Sounds different than the other one.
It also does have a suppressor.
Oh yeah. Okay, then you might not have heard it. Give me a perception roll. See if you hear it.
I do have sound dampeners, so I don't know if that would kick in or not.
I think the sound dampeners help you like filter out certain sounds.
It's, yeah. So like flashbangs. That's
Yeah,
one success.
Okay, you don't hear. All right, so all's quiet up on the bridge, and then Patrick. So cool, you get to act. So
Yeah. So Patrick, I think, would.
it's good for Patrick, bad for her.
Yeah.
Right, because Patrick gets stands and stuff. It's all bad.
Yeah. I think Patrick is. His whole mission has basically been like, listen to Jelly, do
Protect
what
Jelly.
protect
You were
Jelly.
kind of
That was-
you
yeah.
positioned yourself to protect Jelly in case something happens. So
Yeah.
you feel something's happening,
Yeah.
right?
And so as soon as the gun comes out, Patrick's like, I'm
Okay.
going in.
And
Well-
I am gonna holler, no! And I will try and knock Patrick. I have a held action.
You have a held action, right? So Patrick, so what is your action? You're going to move in against the girl.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can try and stop Patrick. So what are you going to try and do? How are you going to try and stop him? You're
I'm
going to
gonna try and knock him down. Knock him off his feet.
Okay.
Off his run.
Okay. Which it's not there. I think it's actual maneuver or whatever, knockdown, right?
I'm looking at close combat.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, if you wanna do that, that's fine.
Any edge to take.
All right, so you're going to do a close combat roll against Patrick. And Patrick, go ahead and roll your close combat against MF.
So it's close combat vs close combat?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh boy. MF just kind of like bounces.
Oh, I'm sorry, no. It's close combat versus intuition plus reaction, actually.
Okay. That's why I was like, this is.
Yeah, no, it's intuition plus reaction, yeah. Sorry.
3 successes.
I have 4.
Okay, you win.
What in the hell?
You win against.
Well, no, you successfully hit Patrick.
All
Right?
I'm trying to do is knock him from a dead run to the woman.
Okay.
And I'm short. I figure I'd take out the legs. Whatever you want to do. It's
All
not
right.
going to do damage.
Okay, so you're going to give me a strength and athletics test, and then you're going to give me a agility and athletics test. So if MF wins in this test, he is successfully taking your feet out from under you. And if you win, then you're going to basically shake off the tackle.
Okay. That's 3 successes.
I have 4.
So Patrick moves to the girl. MF knocks Patrick's feet out from under him and just trips him up.
And I'm still hollering, stop,
You're
stop.
you're both prone, okay? And you're hollering stop. All right. So now the rest of my action. So she is going to.
Get shot.
You're going to get shot in the face.
Well, doesn't she get shot too? So we're both getting shot?
Well, you're both getting shot.
Okay. Everyone's getting shot.
Yes.
But she shoots you at a wound penalty, hopefully.
She's going to shoot you at a wound. She's going to shoot you at a wound penalty. Let me take a look and see what she's got here.
It would suck if she just like maims me.
Oh God!
I'm
Shoots
just-
off your ear.
I'm just ugly now.
Charisma -5.
You're gonna be snorting that Nova Coat constantly.
I'll just like crammed in the ear hole. All my sinuses are connected.
Yep.
That's a fun little fact for the listeners at home.
Well, if she shoots you in the eye, you just have a permanent plastic straw in the ear duct.
So what is
Yeah.
your defense rating?
My defense rating is 3.
At least you got a reaction bonus from your Nova Coat.
Yeah,
Yes, plus
okay.
1 reaction. So I am rolling my firearms, which is 8
The drug saved your pretty
plus
face.
agility.
Thank God. It wouldn't be worth it without them.
I guess my question is, with this agreement and what you've agreed to, are you going to try and dodge?
No, he's accepted that this is the trade-off.
Okay, so you're gonna take the hit.
Yeah.
All right, this is a roll to see how much damage your body is going to resist
And this is
naturally.
with the minus whatever. For the,
Yep,
I heard him.
Oh, you're dead.
This just directly adds to
And
the weapons damage.
I'll use that to put a 4 to a 5.
But he doesn't want to leave you maimed.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Thanks, Dave.
So go ahead and give me a body resistance test.
Okay.
What's your body even?
I don't know. So that's just I roll what my body is?
Yeah. But you bumped it up to 4, nice.
Yeah. Well, I was planning.
I thought you got me here.
2.
You got 2 on your body resistance test? All right, so you take 8 boxes of physical damage.
Okay.
So what you see is, you see her pull out a pistol, put it to Jelly's head and pull the trigger. And Jelly takes a headshot wound that looks crippling.
Patrick is just
Now,
stunned.
your body attribute is what?
4.
Okay, 4. So you drop to the ground prone. You're prone. And Jelly drops. You don't know whether he's alive or dead. Somebody just shot Marvin in the face. Hot hands.
So you saw him shove me down, and then Jelly got shot, and then the elf got shot, right? No, the human got shot.
The human got shot, but, it pulled its gun out and blasted Jelly in the face.
And
we back up a
remember that
bit?
hot hands. You have a serious awareness of what was done.
Yeah, because I saw, so
Yeah.
I have an understanding of what
You saw it, yeah.
I was looking up something at the time when MF went for the legs of Patrick. What was that about? Can we?
So I'm gonna.
Oh, it was
Was
to
it?
tackle Patrick's leg so he could not run and attack the lady.
Yes. And
And
MF,
he's yelling.
So the
MF's
lady
yelling.
that was about to shoot Jelly. MF literally intercepted.
MF
Patrick.
is yelling at everyone,
Yes.
stop, stop.
Yes.
Right.
And then
And
as
he-
soon as that
Okay.
moved
And they're
on,
both
Yeah.
prone.
So I'll say over.
So is MF working with them?
Don't know.
So I'll say over my sub vocals to the group chat, and I'll say, "Everyone stand down. Let me handle this." And so I'll speak out to her and say,
Who?
"Look,
Oh, the lady?
yeah, look, I'm
Lady
sorry
with the hole
about
in her
that.
head.
Our guy up there got antsy. Can I just have Jelly's body so we can bury him, and you can go on about your way? You'll have no more fight from us. Just let me have Jelly's body. It's the least that I want to do for
And
him."
I'm gonna be sitting on Patrick, going, you're
Okay.
trying to do the
And
come.
again,
So
under
the
my
dwarf
sub
is
vocals,
sitting
I'll
on
say,
the troll?
"Let me handle this."
Right now. Yeah, right now. Until the troll decides it doesn't want a dwarf sitting on him anymore.
In time.
Right.
Never toss a dwarf.
Yeah. Dwarf might be getting ready to be tossed for the first time. So you say that. So back to the top of the round.
Holding.
Right.
And I hold my action that if she allows me, I will come over and pick Jelly up.
Well, before you do that, she says no problem, and is going to double tap.
Okay.
All right.
What the fuck? I understand this one does not get a body roll.
Yeah,
right?
you always get a body roll. It's your body's natural resist damage. It's not a coup de grace. All right, so I only got 3 hits. All right, so go ahead and roll a body resistance test.
I got 2.
Got
The
2.
modifiers for being wounded go to that?
Not anymore on the body resistance rolls, no. So you take another box
Okay.
of damage. I think you're still technically alive, right? you take one. How much is your body, your physical condition monitor?
Does that mean like how many takes?
How many boxes can you take before?
I have 11.
You have 11. So you have 2 boxes left?
I have 2 boxes
Okay, you have 2
left.
boxes left. She says, looks like it's your lucky day. Your friend here has chosen to sacrifice himself for the survival of the rest of your group.
Well, it sounds just like him.
And the body is nothing more than dead weight to us. So he's all yours as soon as I'm finished.
Just like, may I come forward and get him?
As soon as I confirm that he's dead. And so that was his turn, though. And then on 19 is MF.
Hold.
Okay, 18 is Nomad.
So like,
And you heard the yell over the comm from Hot Hands.
which was
Actually, you heard everything except what she said back to him, which was what? What again did you say? Hot Hands.
Oh, I told everybody to just stand down and let me handle this.
the guy shooting magic missiles into the dark.
You don't have to listen to me. That's the best part.
I think that Nomad's very aware of who he has to listen to, and it's nobody.
Well, if I remember correctly, Jelly told me that listen to Nomad once Jelly was.
That
a
is
little
not
walker.
what Jelly said. Jelly
That's what Patrick thinks!
Okay, that's what
That's
Jelly
what
Jelly
Patrick's
said,
thinking right now!
run.
Absolutely not
If
what
I
Jelly
die,
said.
you should be leaving as soon as possible. That was Jelly's instructions every time.
Patrick does not remember this.
Okay, well, yeah, it's whatever Patrick thinks.
So she shoots Jelly in the head. Jelly falls down.
Puts another round. It says
I shoot her.
says
She shoots
something.
Jelly in
Yep,
the
says
head.
something to
Jelly falls down. She
Hot
talks
Hands.
to Hot Hands.
and saw the gun out.
Executioner style takes a
And then
second.
Boom,
shoots
takes
another-
a second shot.
Yep, executioner style.
Yep.
I'm really struggling to find a reason why I wouldn't shoot her again.
I don't see any reason why
Yeah,
you
but
wouldn't shoot her.
that's your choice.
I would shoot her if I were you. I'd shoot her. I'd shoot her real bad. Yeah.
Like, I'm not on the most trusting side of Hot Hands right now. So, like, and plus MF just tackled Patrick,
To stop
who
him,
Nomad
yes.
confided in to protect Jelly. So right now it's like
Obviously,
Patrick-
nobody knows what MF's intentions are or what his strategy is here.
Right,
but
but
if
to
it's,
Nomad,
you know,
it's almost like it's Patrick, Jelly, and Nomad versus MF, Hot Hands, and the rest of whatever's in the trees right now. So like,
And you
Yes,
are
and-
hearing me yell stop.
and I'm keeping track of how far they're moving every round too.
And seeing me doing
So they're-
this.
yeah.
So
There's no wrong answer here. Whatever you think you would do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think we're all doing.
Right. It's one of those situations where you're gonna what would you do in this situation? Everyone is sort of pretty much on their own.
I think like my line is drawn at like killing a team member. So like I think if Nomad feels that the team member's life is on the line, then he's going.
You definitely
to do
feel like Jelly's
whatever
life is
he
on the
can do
line
to
if it is not
prevent that
already
thing.
over.
Even if his
Yeah.
team, even if his other teammates are yelling "Stop!" No, it's cool. Jelly said it was okay. I think he's going to shoot again.
Okay.
I think that's just what Nomad would do.
Okay. Now, when you shot her the first time, the bullet ripped into her, but she didn't seem to.
I noticed that.
Address
and
the
it
effects of
scares
it.
the hell out of me.
All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, all right.
Question, Dave.
Yes.
The 4 orcs,
Uh huh.
what did they do?
They're still moving. They were 35 meters away. They've moved 10 meters every round. Yep. And they are 5 meters from the edge
they're
of the.
coming in to secure the package. That was
Yep.
what they were told to
They
do.
are 5 meters away from coming out into this area. Yep, they're just about at the base. All right, I've been keeping track of them. All right, so you're going to take a second shot. I'm still going to give you a point of edge.
I'm going to do this.
She knows there's someone out there, but, she doesn't know where you're on. She's not taking the time to look for you.
So I'm going to do this with. So I get 1 point of edge.
You killed the Ordo Arcano. Oh, no, you didn't kill the Arcano Archaeologist.
None of us did.
Yeah,
right.
none of us did. We're in this fight.
Yeah,
For
people
some
are
reason
evil,
we don't
man.
even
These
know
people are
about.
evil.
Yeah, I'm going to do a semi-automatic shot this time, which is
Okay.
+1 damage, -2 attack rating. So that puts my attack rating down to
Oh, is
14.
it +1 damage? Oh, yeah. I wasn't in that. No worries. All right.
So what's their defense rating? Because if they're below a 10...
Let's see. Well, defense rate is an 8.
Okay, cool. So then I would have 2 points of edge for the shot.
Yep.
All right, so...
But I am going to get my reaction plus intuition on this
All right.
one. I'm going to give...
What can I do with 2 edge here?
What are you using reaction plus intuition?
That's defense test.
Can I see the edge, Barry? Is there anything I can do with 2 edge on this other than just make a 4 or 5? Not really, huh?
Edge actions are bring the drama using a skill, fire
I got
from
2 edge.
cover, knockout blow, or
I can just
rest.
monitor is what?
And rest is not sleeping. Rest is blocking. So not really.
Alright.
You can add a single die to the roll. You can give 1 edge to an ally. You can negate
think I'll
1
save
edge
it
of
for
a
a
foe,
4 to
and you
5.
can use an edge action. Those are your bigger ones.
Alright.
Pulled the shotgun. Too messy. Close quarters.
That is only 2 after the edge.
All right, so I'm going to go and roll my defense test here. I've already taken out the dice for her wounds. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I got 2.
Boom, dodged it. All right.
But if I hear that shot, I'm going to drop out of
You hear the
my
shot.
holding. I'm just going to be hollering in, Nomad, stop! Stop! That's what I can do.
So pow, pow. Stop you, motherfucker. All right, that was on 18. On 13 is going to be Saki, which you're up on the hill. All right, so let me know if you want to do something different. If you're going to start moving down towards, you've heard multiple gunshots now. All right, you can only probably imagine what it might be. You know,
And it's not an open fire. It's one.
it's a shot here,
then
a shot there.
Then one.
It sounds like a firefight. Yep.
So no, I'm waiting for a hot team to come in.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So that was on 13. So 11's going to be Jelly. Jelly, you're on the ground. You've taken a lot of damage, but you are alive.
Can I?
You're over coke.
Let me die high.
Give us final commands.
Well, can I play dead? I mean, can I like? There's something called playing possum.
See what playing possum means. Meanwhile, Patrick, what are you going to do on your turn? Because you're both at 11, so you've got a dwarf on top of you.
Right. So he's been tackled. Saw.
He just took
Yeah.
your legs out from under
Yeah.
you, which you're kind of impressed by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jelly got shot.
In the meantime, Jelly's taking another shot.
Yeah. Bam, bam.
Yep.
And then he's stunned, right? And what shook him out of the stun was the second fire from Nomad. So once Nomad
Okay.
took that other fire, Patrick's gonna stand up and look at MF. I attempt to. I don't know if I have to roll to get him off.
stand
me.
up.
I don't know if he's trying to hold me down. I
so-
don't know what he's trying to do.
Yeah, so
So I think I should wait till Barry gets back.
I'm just going to say as part of your movement, stand up is a minor action. So you got a major and a minor action. So you stand up as your minor action.
Okay.
Right? Now, MF, are you trying... So Patrick's trying to stand. Are you trying to hold him down?
No,
Okay, you
if,
just-
if he's moving, I'm like, come, relax, come.
Okay, so you stand up on your minor action. Now
I'm
you
not
have
going to try and...
Okay. You have a major
There's
action
no
left.
way I'm going to be able to do
Okay.
anything to him.
You did tackle him. That's it. That's cool. That was you running through the building wall. You finally got to do it. Yeah.
So I can't now run.
You can. Now you have a major action. So standing up's your minor. You can move. Right?
So I can move and attack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to
Pat,
move in
okay.
front of him on my held action then.
Let's see.
I still have a held
So
action.
if I go to, if Patrick goes to move and MF
I'm
stands,
going to move in. I'm standing in front of you with my hands up directly in front of you. I mean, there's no... I can't realistically stop you, but...
I mean, I like it. So MF gets up and is like,
Stop!
yeah.
I'm just gonna look down at MF and go,
Move, MF.
I am not moving.
Okay. So you're gonna steamroll MF to get to Jelly, or
Patrick's
this is
gonna,
tense.
Patrick's gonna grab MF.
gonna grab him. So that's a close combat roll. So you do close combat. You're gonna roll your reaction plus intuition.
And he's pretty upset.
Alright.
So I think
It's just playing possum. Simple action with
I
a
think
little
he's
action
gonna
skill.
just-
What
And
are
give
you
themselves a nice
doing,
advantage by
like-
playing up their injuries.
Who, me?
No.
Oh.
That's what Nomad's
Combat
thinking
action
about
from
MF.
con plus
Like,
charisma versus
why are
con
you
plus
stopping
charisma.
Patrick from saving Jelly? That's what Nomad stopped from.
I like it. I like it. All right. I'm going to give you a point of edge because your injuries are so believable.
Gee, thanks.
Con
These bones
plus
I knew we were getting
charisma.
into
Okay.
I knew we should just
I
do
guess
normal missions. Not gotten into no Dragonborn shit. Just done easy jobs. Just make some money. Nothing too big.
15.
Set you up on the ridge. Just
Actually, what is
Bitching about this whole.
I fucking told you guys.
you will get?
Ooh, I only
I'd
have
like to
two.
say
Way below the radar. That's what I always say. You don't want
I have two.
Patrick's gonna use exploding sixes because
Oh,
he's pretty
Okay.
he's upset.
All right. And Jelly's trying to play dead, which I think was a great idea. Yeah. This is a opposed con roll right here.
So the threshold you have to beat is 1,
No.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, cool. I have two.
Oh, this is dead. This is a corpse.
I'm so
I put that second shot in you, and there's no way you could live through that. All right. So I'm a highly trained Deadeye. Mm-hmm. All right, and meanwhile, over here,
Patrick,
Yes.
no. Just let me get to my
8
turn.
successes.
And I have 2, so I'm knocked out of the way.
okay, so
No, I grab you.
oh, you're
grabbed.
you're
You're
grabbed. All right, so you grab. That's your major action. Now you still have move.
hit her with
You just carry MF over to the girl. You're next.
What I was gonna do.
It's an exotic weapon.
Yeah.
What I was gonna do, if it was possible, because there's a new thing called throw person.
Okay. So next round, you could take a major action and throw MF.
Okay.
So now it's going to be down to Hot Hands.
Okay, so does she declare anything? She said when she was done, then she will stop.
So are you going to hold until she goes to see,
Yes,
Okay,
because my
alright.
my idea is this. I want to see, because when she's done, I need to confirm his state.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I think I can bring back Jelly.
Okay.
I think I got this, but I need everybody to calm down. So I will tell everybody on my turn, just wait, Patrick.
So it's now her turn, back to the top of the round. And she steps away from Jelly. And she says, the debt's been paid. So, and she starts to walk towards the lodge.
I'll say, may I come get my friend?
He's all yours.
So I will.
As she walks by you.
I'll run over, and as
Okay.
I'm going, I want to flip on my googly eyes to see if Jelly's still alive.
Well, you could have
because-
sensed
because-
because you get the natural state, right?
The
Okay.
other thing is,
All right. So go and give me a sensing test. That's a good
Yeah.
use.
The first time I've used this for good,
That's
Dave.
good, actually.
Like an
That's
actual
actually
good
nice.
use. Thank you,
Give me a
Dave.
sensing roll. I like that. Yeah, to know that the victim's physical state. Yeah, that's intelligent. I don't think I ever used that way before. That's fucking. Yeah, I'm impressed.
3, 4, 5. I think I know.
You've got
the
5. Jelly
yeah.
is alive. He is severely wounded but alive.
So I will say to everybody, Jelly is alive. Play along.
You're doing
and
that
I can
sub-vocal,
save him.
right?
Yeah. And I can
Hey, he's
save
alive!
him.
He's good, he's good.
Oh, I'm
If
sorry.
you attack, we will all die. Listen to me for once.
Patrick, put me down. Go pick up Jelly.
My
And
finger's
now-
like a millimeter
So
away from causing
I come
action
over
here,
and
and
I
I hear
grab Jelly and I'll pick Jelly up.
It's just like that scene.
Are you like laying? Are you just full limp? Are you?
Oh, yeah.
You're playing it out. Okay, cool.
I'll
playing
say
possum.
to the woman walking, I'll say, "How will we be paid?"
You'll be paid by me. My men will secure the remains. I think our work here is done. Right?
Yeah.
She reaches into her coat. As she does that, 4 orcs come out of the tree line, right? They are obviously cybered up. They also have an insignia on their armor. And anybody that has street gangs, underworld, criminal organizations, anything like that can make a roll to see if you recognize it.
They're not arcane in any way, are they?
No, they're not. Let me double check, but I don't think
The
that.
only way that I have access to that is if they are part of a NAN's specific group.
their military group.
They are. I'm gonna give it to you because they are everywhere but nowhere.
So are we making a memory test?
Yeah, it'd be a memory test.
Are they known in military circles?
Yes, they would be known as in military circles. Yes, as potential threats if you ever encounter one of these individuals. You'll see that their armor. So they're wearing armored jackets, and on the armored jacket is this red splattering. It almost looks like they have wounds, but it's paint.
Paintball.
Right? Yeah.
So I'll say, Patrick, please put MF down. And I'll say this out loud. Patrick, please put MF down. MF, please collect the payment, and then we are all leaving. And I'll look to you, Patrick, and hopefully convey with my eyes of, concern, please.
And you see that they are wielding submachine guns.
I can do.
Did you still want us to tell you if we had success?
Yes.
So I have 3.
Okay. You recognize who they are.
3.
You recognize who they are. You studied this group. Both of you have. They are members of the Ordo Splatterpunks. They are a mercenary group. They're Go Gang wannabe vampires. Their whole goal is to be turned, and they live their lives as close to vampire life as possible. And they are frequently murked out, by high-powered shadow groups. You've never seen one in real life. You've read about them, and you know that they're supposed to be incredibly dangerous. They are not actual vampires, but their entire motivation is to someday earn enough clout with vampires to be turned themselves.
Patrick will see the orcs come out and then look around and just slowly put MF back down.
Yeah.
And then MF, do you go collect? So
Yep,
she's offering.
I'm gonna walk over to the woman
Okay.
with my hand out and my other hand way away from my side.
She reaches into her jacket, pulls out a single cred stick, says, "I believe this is what we agreed upon," and
I
hands it
just
to you.
take it, pocket it, and turn around. Do not look at it. Nothing else.
She doesn't pay any more attention to the rest of you guys.
Thank
She
you.
looks at her four cronies, say, "Oh, pick that one up too."
See.
All right, she points to the elf that's face down. She's all, "Bring the bones and that one as well." Right. So the four of the orcs go into the lodge and start excavating the dragon skull out of the dirt. And meanwhile, are you guys just all going to be like,
I hold
I'm
Jelly.
walking to the van for
Yeah,
me.
I say let's go. And so I'll say as we're leaving sub-vocally, when we get out of eye shot and a little ways away, I can heal Jelly. But let's get out of here. Nomad, meet us at the van.
all right, Saki,
Yes.
you're going to hear the sound of several helicopter rotors in the distance.
I had forgotten about that somehow.
I was waiting.
If you begin scanning the skyline, go and give me a perception test. If you have enhanced vision, this is a vision-based perception roll.
Not enhanced at low light.
Okay. It's daytime. All this happens in broad daylight.
Oh, well, I was thinking night for all this.
No.
stuff.
I know, yeah. We like to run during the day. Apparently we're still
There's
victims
no
of that.
shadows at night.
Yeah,
It's
this
dark.
was a daytime thing where
2 successes.
2 successes. All right. You see 3 dark objects in the distance.
Day run.
All right. Okay.
That's the thing.
all right.
Nobody expects a day run.
At this point, when I see the objects, I am going to exit the van.
Okay.
I'll tell the Leaf that he needs to step out.
Oh, okay. We're not leaving?
So, not yet.
Okay.
And I am going to make my way into the woods and start trying to get a vantage point to see the cabin, just so I can get some type of obs. But I will be making a stealth approach.
Okay, and you've got to go quite a ways to get the eyes on. So,
I understand.
Okay. Aleph follows you, unless you tell him to not.
No,
Okay, he's like, where are you going?
he said we are going to reconnoiter the lodge,
What does that mean?
do a recon.
Oh. Well, why would you want to recon the lodge? It's ruined.
He said, call it a hunch, and I keep stealthing off.
He says, I'll watch the van.
Very good.
Okay. All right. So, and you're going to stealth off. All right. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll just so I know what my threshold is. Meanwhile, the 4 of you, or 5 of you, so Hot Hands is carrying Jelly.
If you'll allow me, since I rolled pretty high on my sensing, what I would like is basically to follow behind Patrick, tell Patrick to lead, and I want to keep an eye on Jelly to see if he gets worse. If he can make it to the van before I heal him, I want to give some time. So that, effectively, if you let me, I want to see a little boop, boop. I just want to see if Jelly decreases, I'm stopping immediately and healing him.
Yeah, your injuries aren't going to continue to get worse.
Yeah.
You know, you take a look at that. and-
Thematically, that's what
Okay.
I'm doing.
All right.
I'm saying let's get to the van and I can help him.
Okay. So eventually, Saki, go and give me your stealth roll. I'll need everyone else to give me a perception test,
Does-
except for Jelly. Well, Jelly, you're conscious. You're conscious, so you can give me a roll.
Just
minus
stealthily
3.
lay there.
Unless you're still playing possum. 'Cause
Yeah, I
all right,
mean,
so you're gonna play this all the way out until you know you're safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I've got through.
You've taken
everything
2
in my
bullet
life.
shots. I mean, it's like you're in massive pain.
Yeah, I'm okay with taking.
And I'm like,
it.
I'm good. I got 2 boxes left.
I'm like,
Not
eh.
opening an eye.
You're being
No.
carried
5.
for.
5? Okay.
Damn, Bert.
3.
No, you're stealthing. Well, you can give me a perception roll as well. So you got 3.
2.
All right. So 2. All right.
4.
4 and
2.
2. Okay, so anybody got a both? So that's going to be Patrick and Hot Hands. You see Saki coming down quietly, trying to just slowly come down through the tree line.
And I'll see.
Doesn't
Yeah.
appear that anyone else
So,
is seeing him.
I'm gonna say, now what the hell is the driver doing away from the from the van. So I'll shout out to Saki and point to him.
All right. At that point, they're all kind of looking your direction, or you feel like they're probably looking right at you.
New guy, what are you doing? Why are you away from the van?
You see that Hot Hands is carrying a slumped, very bloodied Jelly.
Very handsome.
Very handsomely bloodied.
One level higher than normal.
Yeah.
Still under the influence.
So neither of
Yes.
shots hit the face. Is that what we?
No, they hit me perfectly to make me
yeah.
even more handsome.
Oh yeah, you've got like I mean,
God of an
Jelly's got
Firearm
fractured
based
bones in her face. You can see as the bullet went
And they
through the side of his face
to be
you know?
even more beautiful.
It looks like maybe one of the orbital sockets is completely shattered.
Check. Jelly might have some extra Nova Coke. We can use it as a poultice.
I absolutely do.
I need you to pack that with Nova Coke.
I like pull open my.
So
it's like,
when so Hot Hands obviously says that. So I
Looks like Jelly might be dead.
I abandon all.
yes, I look quite.
I
dead.
abandon all, attempts at stealth. Walk over, and then I had asked Patrick for status, and he sounded very tense. I went to go look to see if I could assist.
Say, all right, well, we need to get back to the van. Let's go. We need you to take us home.
And what is my payment for that?
We'll give you $20,000 if you don't ask any further questions. Let's go.
New Yen.
New yen.
But the dead one said I get equal share.
I say right now.
I can tell you, we don't know how much is yet. I have credit stick, no numbers, we go. You get
Does the
equal
credit
share.
stick have a-
Go.
You know the credit stick. Credit stick's got like a little readout on
pulled
it.
it
Okay,
out.
no problem.
So yeah, I'll say 20,000 now. We'll talk about more later.
So dead one said equal share. Short
Equal-
one says
and then I'll
equal
say-
share.
equal share.
It'd be
of
so
nothing.
funny if
And
you're
then-
all, God damn it, I'm not really dead.
I said
I'm gonna look at Patrick, and I'm gonna
Be
look
great.
at you,
That's not
and
what
I'm gonna
I
look at
said.
the others, and I'm gonna look at Jelly, and I'm gonna say, you can have $20,000 and get us home, or you can be never found again in these woods.
Okay, and I'm gonna immediately look at Hot Hands like.
And then
what
I'm
the hell?
gonna look at Patrick, and then look at you. 20,000's a pretty good deal.
And Nomad, are you so?
I'm heading.
So
I'm
it's
heading back to the
equal
van.
share.
Okay,
I'm
taking a
going
long way
through
around.
I'm going through the woods. I'm
Okay.
not going down the path.
So I am going to turn myself so that I'm away from Hot Hands, who is currently holding Jelly.
Okay.
I am going to look directly at Saki, pull the cred stick out
Okay.
of my pocket enough that he can see it. I'm going to look down, look at him, and nod, and then put it back, and I'm going to walk past him to the van.
You want Saki to be able to see how much is on it?
Nope.
Oh,
just
you-
he
you-
can see I have it.
Okay.
I
So you-
said he'll
okay.
get equal share. I already said
There you
it.
go. All right. So he's got a crit stick. You don't know what's on it, but he's got a crit stick. He could be bluffing,
And
or
I
he could be.
specifically said,
Yeah.
I don't know what's on it.
Okay.
We need to get out of here. I said that before.
Okay.
And I don't know what I'm staring you dead in the eye, so I don't even know what he's doing.
So okay, and so just add a character question.
Yeah.
You made sure that my character saw that.
I made
Okay.
sure that you saw the cred stick before I slid it back in. Not the amount, because I don't know the amount. Just, I've got it, I look at you, I nod. As soon as I get a confirmation, I walk past you to the van.
All right, so very well, equal share, and I turn and follow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at you, Patrick, and I'm gonna say, Patrick, I'm getting a little angry. I just want you to know.
Saki doesn't know about
And you
Hot
just
Hands' anger
see
issues, right?
burning flames in my eyes.
I look at you and I go,
I've been angry.
We might be able to get a little more angry on this guy.
It'd be funny if you still.
And
carrying
so
him.
I'll
Still
say,
on open comm, just
no,
so I know.
no, I'm talking to him. I'm talking
You
to
know, I can hear you
Patrick
guys.
specifically.
and then I look at you and I go,
Where were you when Jelly was shot?
and I just walk right by.
And I'll stop and say, all right. Maybe I'll burn it down myself. Okay, and I'll...
Okay. So you guys are going to make it back to the van. As you guys approach, you see that Alep's there, kind of leaning against the hood, and he sees you, and he immediately moves over, and he's like, "What happened? Can I offer my aid?
I'll say,
Is he okay?
I'll heal him in a moment. Let's get in the
He's
van.
alive. All right. Yep. He looks at Saki and was like, to the van?
Hey, to the van.
To the van. All right. So he runs back around. Now, this time he's going to stop at the slider, and wait to get in the side door. And he just waits, but it's locked. He waits for it to be opened. So there's traps inside. He already told me.
I'm going to the passenger's side door.
Okay.
So I'll go to the van,
Okay.
and then say, before we enter van, I would like to get compensation for the threat against my life.
Now you all hear a series of rotorcraft approaching in the distance.
Is there any way to determine if this is a different model than what we heard prior?
That's a great question.
Let's see. Well, you could give me a... Well, what knowledge skills do you have, or what active skills that are pertain to vehicles?
My only way would be sound.
Okay.
If I could hear a difference, and I would suggest I would be rolling a memory test.
You wouldn't be able to hear a difference unless you had a specific, like, aircraft, rotorcraft skill.
Yeah.
If you were like a pilot for rotorcraft, you'd be like, I know the sound of that. That's a, but other than that, no. It's just like, sounds like a helicopter. Sounds like more than one. Now, if you start spanning the skyline, looking in the direction of the sound, you can make a perception test to see if you see the shapes. I'm okay with that.
Patrick will
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
All right. So anybody that might be looking, go ahead and make a perception test, because they are closer. 4. Nomad.
3.
3.
I'm looking at the door.
You see there are 3 black shapes. They look like approaching helicopters in the distance.
coming from the same direction the original sound of the original.
They are coming from the north.
So no.
Yes.
Yeah, those ones were from the west.
Yes, they were from the west. These are coming from the north.
You said there was 2?
There are 3 of them.
There are 3?
Are they bringing in more people to help them?
I mean, like, only you and I hear it at this point. So I'm not with you guys. I am in the woods.
Yeah,
somewhere.
you're heading to the van.
You're not trying to close this to catch up with the group?
Yeah, no, I am.
Okay,
but
I'm just going to say at some point you converge with them. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're there.
So I'll say we got 3 choppers inbound coming from the north. Seems like somebody else might be interested in the find here.
Or it's just more of their people.
I don't know if they needed any more for what they were doing.
Is the van? Oh wait, no, the van's not.
You guys are standing right there at the van, yeah.
Van is not open.
Okay.
Van's still locked?
Oh, yeah, I did not open it.
Okay, you haven't opened it yet. So you guys are all standing around the van.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Hot Hands, did you hear what Saki said?
Yeah, I'm just kind of staring for a second.
Can we do something for Jelly before we?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and.
The only one that knows that
Actually-
Jelly is alive is Hot Hands.
I'm
No,
gonna
he told
ignore.
us.
Oh, he says
Yeah.
live. Okay, I'm sorry. You announced to the group. My bad. Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
gonna
Jelly looks
ignore
pretty bad,
his
but
question.
Go ahead and address.
What was
this.
what was Sake's question? I missed it.
I said I would like to discuss compensation for the threat against my life.
So
You
I'm
want to
gonna
talk to Jelly about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that comment. So I'm gonna go like to the side, like maybe like 10 feet away. Lay Jelly down. Anybody
Ass
can
is straight on
stop
the
me
side
if
of
they
the van.
want.
All right.
Well, I'm just covering
But-
him. I just want to make sure that whatever's coming out of these helicopters, there isn't a ground
So
team.
okay, so you're gonna watch the helicopters.
Yeah.
Okay.
The general direction.
Okay. What's MF doing?
Leaning against the passenger side door.
Okay. All right.
MF is getting extremely frustrated.
Okay. Patrick, what are you doing?
I'm just standing there waiting.
Aleph is coming over to watch over what Hot Hands is doing for Jelly to see if he can assist in any way.
Yeah.
So while they're doing all that, I then will actually enter the driver's,
Okay.
and I think lock the door behind me.
Okay. So you unlock the driver's only, hop in,
hop in,
okay.
and then
So Saki gets in the driver's side, closes that. Still is not unlocked on your side,
I know.
MF. All right.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Patrick will walk over and go, Saki.
I thought you were gonna open the door.
he's like, well, your companion threatened my life.
I mean, technically, you threatened all of ours by not helping.
I was hired for a job, and that's what I was told for equal compensation. Your companion went against it. That is not how it is done on the streets.
Okay, I can hear this, so I'm going to walk around the other side of the van.
God damn it.
And I'm gonna cast heal on Jelly.
Okay, go and give a heal spell. Yep.
Jelly, what's your essence? Okay, cool. Fine. So this is just one.
So,
to one.
go ahead.
Now
MF.
I'm going to look at the cred stick.
Okay. Look at the credit stick. There's 300,000 on it.
You will get, and I'm just showing them, you will get equal share. I have cred stick, I make sure.
Can I use one of these?
We
Yes.
need to go. I understand how you feel. Hot Hands is not is most new for run. Is stressful situation. Is Jelly is down. You understand? Yes.
Hey, the dead one.
Is maybe not dead.
So you all see me over there just clap my hands like before, put them on
Mr.
Jelly's
Miyagi clap.
chest,
All right.
and then just,
All right.
and I'll say, go ahead, get up, Jelly, and you'll see, because I know Jelly has that vanity. I'll
Okay.
make the healing energies heal over the damage on
Right,
the
like
face.
the
Oh, so you healed all his damage?
Well,
3.
Okay, you healed 3 boxes.
yeah,
No, I have 3.
Oh, you have 3 left.
So
Okay,
I
all
healed
right.
5. So I healed
Okay.
most of the damage that
You've
I
got a
can.
light wound, all right.
Yeah.
All right, did you resist the drain?
No, I'm about to.
You pass out.
No, this one's the drain value is only 3,
Okay.
so this one's a pretty
Okay.
easy. And then what I'll say is, all right, now stand still, Jelly. I'm gonna do actual first aid too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see if I can heal you a little bit more.
Okay.
If we need to go so quickly, he is taking much time.
So at this point, 3 heavily armed, jet black helicopters fly overhead. You see them as they all 3 of them in a formation fly overhead, right, and then kind of break apart and start to circle, right? Like they're going to come back this way.
But hence, now would be good. Now would be very good to get in then.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say, well, we would, but somebody is not letting us in. And so then I'll go and I'll finish the first aid.
So I'm gonna look back at you. That's okay.
As I motioned inside the van.
Okay. So, and everyone's gonna hear as the door's unlocked. Okay, I'm getting in the passenger side.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna slide open the door unless it's a 2-side slide.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Then I'll slide one, slide the other, get in the passenger side.
Okay, so you get
Shut
in.
the door, strap in.
All right, so everybody's
This ain't
in.
gonna be
Another
good.
one
Oh
as
no,
I
no,
did
no!
it
They're
too.
still out there with Jelly.
These 2, so you 2 and Aleph are outside. Patrick, do you get in the
I'm
van?
waiting for Jelly.
You're waiting for Jelly. Nomad?
Yeah, I'm also waiting,
Okay.
watching
When
the
you
direction
climb
the
in,
helicopters flew toward.
So
I'm jumped in.
Aleph hops in,
Okay.
right? You know, once the van opens, he sees, when Aleph sees that you're okay, he goes and jumps into the van. As these helicopters circle overhead,
Get
right?
in van!
One of them seems to be circling, while the other 2 come in nose to nose. Lines drop and hit the ground, and military spec armored, black armored individuals with full chemical sealed helms start rappelling down lines, and they're coming down.
So I'll, being over Jelly, I'll just kind of reach out a hand. Jelly, do you wake up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get up and get in the van.
So I'll say, yeah, we should probably go.
Question, Dave. Are they rappelling over the lodge or over our location?
Over your location,
Okay.
because that's the location that you
Oh, that's where they.
So then, if you don't run, I'll say, do you want
Actually,
me to take
so
care of this?
I gave her my location, but I also gave the location where the bones are too.
Okay, they're rappelling over your location.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll ask you, do you want me to
So
take care of this?
so I wake up from being dead and I see people coming down
Yep.
from a helicopter.
As you open your eyes and come out of your possum mode, you see that from the 2 helicopters, there are 4 people rappelling out of each helicopter, 2 per side, and they're coming down. And it looks like you're going to have 4 people land on the ground, to the front of the vehicle, just maybe about 10 meters ahead, and then same distance off of the rear of the vehicle, land on the ground.
I want to look for the Splatterpunk logo on any of their armor.
I want to look to see if there's a leader that I can discern.
Okay, so you don't see any insignia on the armor. It's jet black, right? They land on the ground. They've got assault rifles, and as they hit the ground, they all go to a crouching position, and then they start fanning out with their barrels. They looks like they secure a visual perimeter, right? And one of them steps up and walks towards the van.
I'm gonna look at Saki. It's possibly worst day for me. I'm not taking my seatbelt off.
So individual walks over to the driver's side, looks at you, and bangs on the window with the back of the armored glove. Boom, boom, boom.
Patrick is so confused. He's just looking around like, what the hell is going on?
And you hear a voice modulated, voice say, "Are you okay?"
Hey, so the mage, be careful, did threaten my wife.
Are you in danger?
Not yet.
So he or she immediately turns away from you and signals, holds a hand up like this, and then they all begin to move down the ridge. All right, the helicopter that's circling starts to move like it's going to go across and fly across the other ridge. The other 2 are still, they kind of angle like the noses of their helicopters down towards the valley where you guys came from. They've got rocket launcher pods and heavy machine guns mounted on the things.
Knew we
So
couldn't trust this guy.
So I tell him, says, beware, you're facing a force of 4 heavy cyber orcs, and then female human.
Okay. You don't get any body language confirmation from that as they move in a formation down the hillside. Meanwhile, You guys have gotten into the van, or no? No, so you don't see anybody that necessarily looks like leader outside of the fact that the one that went over banged on the window.
Did we hear that whole conversation?
Yeah. So he sold us out, and then
you hear if you're close enough and you hear a voice like, "Are you in danger?"
And then he said the mage tried to kill him. So yeah, we all heard that.
So I'll say, Jelly, you give the word, I'll nuke this man.
Can any of us drive that car?
No, but we can always find another.
Anyone can
just a
drive.
van.
So anyone can drive, right? If you want to make like maneuvers, if you want to just drive safely, you can just
he has
drive.
the thing shielded.
But yeah, he's rigged in. Yeah, he's
windows.
Right. He's got
Didn't he
it's
roll
an
down
armored
the
van.
window at the top?
What's that?
Didn't he roll down the window?
Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
He did. He rolled it down to talk to the individual.
So I'll just say to you something.
Sub-vocally, I'll say to the party is that we still need to ride out of here.
Yes, get in van.
I'm gonna get in the van.
If
Is the van open?
Yeah,
You said it was unlocked.
it hasn't been closed yet.
No. So when you came in,
Yeah.
so you're the only one that came into the van, and so once
And Alf got in the van.
Okay, Alf got in the van. So everyone else was watching Jelly being healed, and so at that point,
Oh, you shut the.
He said he was. That's what the toot
yeah,
thing was, right?
and locks all
So
came
Jelly's
down.
gonna jiggle the handle.
So then I'm gonna look back and go, open doors.
I said, I am worried about your friend attacking me.
Jelly
What's this,
control.
vodka?
Is no fear. Jelly control. And I end of the mind. Jelly, tell Hot Hands stand down. Saki is uncomfortable.
And I'll tell you, just so you know, he was gonna leave us here.
Sub-vocally, I'll say again, we need a ride to Seattle. And then out loud, I'm gonna say, Hot Hands, don't kill the driver.
All right,
And then
Jelly.
sub-vocally, I'm saying, until we hit Seattle.
What's that,
And
vodka?
then- so then you'll all see my expression change, and I'll say, "What the hell how did I get splashed? What happened?
Cat!
What did he do?"
He's going like this.
Oh,
He's
that's
putting his
so
hand in the
funny.
water. He's pulling it out. It's like,
I was like,
kicking
did
water
he
out.
lick that?
No, he was gonna take a drink. He's like, smells like, what is this, vodka? Right? He keeps putting his hand in. He's like,
That's
oh,
better.
yeah, buddy.
I told you where it came from, right? I'm sure they fought him.
Oh yeah.
So
All
yeah,
right, I
so
think you're okay. I don't want him spilling the water. Just
I'll come in.
good boy.
Funny.
I'll
that's
be
fine.
all smiles and I'll say,
Leave that
I'm
alone.
sorry for my earlier transgressions. And then I'll sit down and you'll just see me smiling.
Maybe tea leaves. Is no make tea, but maybe you chew on some. Yes.
Oh, I have tea with me, and I'll pull out a little thermos and you drink some.
So do we all get in the van then?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
I did not unlock the van.
Oh,
Okay.
then, what?
So I gave the verbal order for Hot Hands to stand down. Do you have a reply to that or a rebuttal?
Well, I don't think he heard that over the mic because he's not.
Well, no, I said that part out
And
loud.
I told you it's okay. Jelly will control you. Control him.
Yeah, I heard that.
So you hear the sound of a heavy machine gun running a strafing line down the valley. You hear it ring out.
We'll go over and be like,
Saki, I thought you were gonna open the door.
I am concerned for my safety, Patrick.
You know what? There's a highway. We'll find someone to pick us up. Jelly's gonna start walking. I'm done.
Been a long day. I
Yeah,
got
I'm
shot in the face
tired.
twice.
I'm
You know
limping
what?
my
I'm
way down the road.
I'm gonna look,
That's it.
sitting in the passenger seat with the seatbelt still on. I'm gonna look over at Saki, just looking,
Okay.
not saying anything.
Both for us.
Is safe. Is safe. Is Jelly but Jelly control. Ask Patrick. Patrick control Hot Hands.
I do not know Jelly. I do not know the other one except he threatened me.
Yes. But
I will
ask
continue
Patrick.
walking.
So the two of you are walking.
Yeah.
Nomad's joining Jelly and
Okay.
Hot Hands.
So the three of them are walking along the ridge. Like I think we need to go that way. All right. So they're walking away from the van.
I follow
I don't
Jelly.
really
Patrick's-
want to get out of the way.
And Patrick's following. So the four of them are moving, away from the van.
I can't get a look at Saki. I'm gonna look back at Aleph.
Aleph looks confused. He's like, why are your friends leaving? Why aren't they getting into the van? I think this is the safest place for them. In their defense, I don't know. I haven't known them very long, but I think that they are pretty loyal to each other. I don't think that they pose a threat.
But they may not be loyal to me.
Well, they may not. You're right. I understand
what
your
you need
caution.
from me to be comfort.
I mean, again, like this shaman probably overheard this guy
Yeah.
working behind our back
Oh, yeah.
against us, and then it's like, oh yeah, wow, like, I can't believe they don't trust us. That's crazy. Why wouldn't they trust me? I would never go behind.
Well, remember the
anybody's
shaman
back.
also thinks that there's a better place for those bones than where they're going.
I'm
Totally.
gonna say
Yeah.
over the comms to MF, transfer us our shares if you're not coming.
You know why you not get in van?
I don't have time for this. I'm at the end of what I can handle.
Jelly's
with
literally
people.
like limping, walking up
Yeah.
the road. Like,
So transfer our shares.
You
if
hear
you're not
you hear
coming.
explosions, right? You know, the other 2 helicopters move from your position and move towards the
I'm
valley.
again looking over at Saki.
Did anyone from that strike team stay on scene?
No,
Okay.
they all moved away. Now you're hearing there's gunfire going on. There's you know they're laying down gunfire into this whatever's down there.
So I'm gonna look at you again, and then give you the what are we gonna do with my hands out?
I'm gonna start whistling "Stuck in the Middle" with you.
I'm gonna start harmonizing.
Okay, all right.
I'm not
Nice.
joining in, but I am following
that.
with my rifle over my shoulder. Just
Yeah,
kind
and I just have my snipers on my back held and my shotguns over my shoulder.
All right. So in the van, you guys are kind of
So I'm gonna drop my head.
It's probably safer out here.
Probably.
I'm gonna turn to you. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna pull the cred stick out. You have slot. I must go with Jelly. I come in with Jelly. I must go with it. What do we do to do it?
So you in his comm link, you just can hard transfer off of the stick.
Of this thing?
It's like a flash drive basically. You transfer the credits off. You transfer off 50,000.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Good luck.
Did you get done and you get out of the van?
Yep. I
And
get
Alan
out of the
says-
van and go
I let
run
him-
catch up to
Alan
him.
says, "Wait a minute."
What?
He looks at you and says, "Do I need to go with them?"
Not if you do not want to.
No, I don't want to.
Welcome aboard.
Good.
You got to ride.
He says, "I'm sorry. Best of luck to you." And as you
you.
get out of the van, a helicopter goes by, and anchored to the bottom of it is the skull of these remains. As it flies off and starts heading towards the horizon.
So we see the helicopter
You
fly over
you
with the
see this
bombs.
thing comes up and flies over with the bones. Right? There's smoke coming from the valley where you guys were at, where the lodge was.
I look
And-
at Hands and I look at Jelly. Did I do anything?
We got paid. Let's go.
And eventually the other 2 helicopters follow towards the one carrying the bones. All right? And in the van, which
So-
direction are you going to go?
The opposite direction of them.
Okay? So you drive the opposite direction. The 5 of these guys walk into the sunset, and that's where we'll end the season.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
I was gonna tell you what I was doing was saving Jelly. That was my last line.
All right.
Okay.
Season 3 on the books.
That's awesome. Couldn't come to agreement with the driver. Hey, man, he got paid 50,000 new yen, man.
That's a
Yeah.
good first
Well, we
job.
got paid more than
Better-
that. We
better
got
than
paid-
Actually, yeah, he got paid. Yeah, and he got another
Oh, yeah.
20,000.
We
Yeah,
probably
you
got
were,
paid like $1
you
billion,
were well
$2
paid.
billion.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
I tried very hard to take you out with one shot for dramatic purposes, but it just
Sorry.
it just didn't
Didn't mean
happen.
to
Sorry, it's
hang
all right.
on
It's
there.
trying to be a tough high will to live.
Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, our Seeks and Employees of the Month, David II, F, S, Michael H, and Michael P. And of course, our Breaker of Seals, Frank H, Christopher C, Matthew K, and The Lab. Trademarked. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.